little pod, competitors. If anybody wants to hop in and have a conversation, shit, come through. Come through. If you have some leaks, you know what I'm saying? Come through. I'm down. So Ebatez, talk to me, man. How we feeling right now, Pops? With excited, the state of just in general, man. You know what I'm saying?
I thought we were gonna have like a longer off season, but this feels like we're just getting straight back into it.
What did I tell you, Ebatez? What did I tell you?
I know. There's no downtime. I like that out of you. There's, you just announced a little 20K Pullze Check Pullze. I think that's gonna mix things up.
Isaac said he's back.
He's back.
Isaac,
he's back.
Isaac, hop in Discord, man. Hop in Discord, bro.
I mean, I saw Brawlic tweet, I saw Jackal tweet, I saw Huskers tweet. All three of them tweeted that they're looking for new teams, but none of them have a set team already. So
wait, who? Weird.
Brawlic, Jackal, and Huskers all three-way split, but none of them have a new roster.
Brawlic, Jackal, wild. Huskers, all of them split. Or they all separate teams.
All three of them put out tweets saying they're looking for a new team. But I thought that was crazy. I thought that was weird. Which I don't know. They just got 10th.
I mean, to be fair, I
figured they were all going to stay together, but I just think it happened so fast, so quick. And I'm like, and none of them have plans for anything else. They're kind of just exploring.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Here's the deal though. If the second place team is splitting.
Yeah. We could talk. Yeah. I'm down to talk. We could start at the top.
You know that squad, right?
Obviously.
Who Dongy joined? Because I know.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, so SSD obviously staying together.
Right, they're staying.
Dongy's leaving. Gary and Scummin are looking for one. And I do like the youngsters shout. I feel like, I'm going to say this transparently, I feel like there's very few players who actually will play with Scummin. And I mean that because I think Scummin has created a lot of enemies, regardless of how talented he is. He's a top 5 player in my opinion, as far as a talent level. I just don't think a lot of people would actually play with him. So I think that team's going to have a harder time than they really should finding a third, because I do think that Scummin just brings a certain energy to a team that only a few people can tolerate. I do think Youngsters is somebody that they would respect, and that he would he wouldn't take the nonsense really. I think Youngsters would be a good fit.
Okay.
I think Scummin would be comfortable too with like another fragger. I don't know how Adrian's feeling. I think that would be a decent plug-in. It's just hard. It's the same thing that Soka and Shifty said. You can't replace Biffle the same way you can't replace Dongy.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Anybody they get, unfortunately, it's just a downgrade.
That's what I was. Sorry, Chad. There's gonna be double on me right now. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Here, I can do this right now.
I think Prospect would be fine too on that roster. I just think that team's gonna blow up. One day they're gonna have a bad day, and Prospect's coming, and Gary are just gonna go at it.
Wait,
it's gonna be a nightmare.
Jace just tweeted. Hold on. Let me see if this is true.
Yeah, Jace has a new roster.
I know this roster, but let me just make sure. Foreign. Yo, Braxton, if you want to hop in the cord and talk about, if you're changing teams, and if you are, why? What's Jace's Twitter, bro?
Jace said would love a spot to compete with Nate Dogg and Raul.
Oh, fuck. What's his Twitter?
It's just Foreign Jace.
Am I fucking dumb? Foreign. Maybe I don't know how to spell. Oh, I got it. All right. Where do you tweet that out? Replies?
He replied to a tweet. Yep.
Oh, Chad, look at this. Would love a spot to compete with Nate Dogg and Raul. Oh shit. Hey, that is okay. This is one of those teams that we did. What's good, Mr. Isaac? What's good, man?
How we doing?
Vibing, man. Look, bro.
What's up, gentlemen?
Spontaneous fucking little pod. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking angry about it, man. Let me do this real quick.
The community needs it.
Hey. All right, man. So look, let's backtrack and let's kind of restart the talks, man. Isaac, you're back.
Oh well, I don't want to make this about me. The second I got in here, I'm not trying to be that guy. I want to talk about this.
We will talk about it, but that is something to discuss because you did take a year off of competing, right?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. The last time that I committed to competing was 2v2s with Bread. Then I was off all of Caldera, and then I was ready to lock in with Al Mazrah. We had some weird stuff happen with Al Mazrah, and then I kind of checked out for that year. We had the baby boy, kind of chilled this year. We're watching, enjoying. And then I was watching World Series for the first time. Not like at kind of like a peripheral level, maybe checking out some Pullze Check highlights and watching your stream. Right. But like, why is this team failing? And I realized, like, bro, it's like you've been saying all these years. It's like, I don't know what the hell these guys have been doing competing for 4 years when they're in shambles, when they're supposed to be in prime form. And I know there's a lot of pressure in that, but I also think it's a lack of leadership and a lack of preparation. And that bothered the hell out of me to see that, like, SSD literally getting free money. You know?
The money glitch, bro.
Okay, yeah, Isaac, for some reason, your camera's delayed. Real quick, okay. Talk Ebatez?
Hello.
Okay, I think it's just you, Isaac. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll jump on a call real quick.
Wait.
You're good on my end.
Now it's good now. What the fuck?
Test?
Yeah, now it's good.
You're good.
Yeah, it's good now. What the fuck? That was weird. It was like hella delayed for a second. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think that there, in my opinion, and we've kind of talked about this a lot, is, and chat, let me know what you guys think. So many times we've had teams think that the IGL role is not taken as serious, in my eyes, right? A lot of people don't take it as serious, and they think, oh, it's not that important. But dude, I really do think that now, with the introduction of Match Point, if anything, an IGL is probably the most important spot and the more important role in the whole entire team. And there's only like two good ones in my eyes. Like,
I agree.
So I don't know.
What do you think of the two good ones? I mean, obviously, I think it's so good. Shifty.
That's what I was going to say. And they're on the same team. Yeah, and they're on the same team. Like, so I don't know. I mean, Isaac, you coming back, and if you were part-time when the last time that you competed, and if you now are going to be fully sending, right, competitive, I do think you have the knowledge and obviously the work ethic, right? I mean, maybe Chad doesn't know, but I know your work ethic to be a top tier IGL. And I think the biggest thing that people are saying is about like, oh, slaying. But the thing is, it's like, bro, I don't think an IGL needs to slay. That's not the job. Like if let's say Dong and them could just get to endgame, they could have potentially beaten Falcons. They didn't need.
They didn't have a single top 5 on LAN.
Gary had 11 kills the one of the days. Like, that don't fucking matter. Get to endgame.
It's all about role, right? So it's like, if you enable your teammates to be fraggers, you don't need to be a fragger. That doesn't mean you're losing your gulags. That doesn't mean you're getting shit on. Like, if I need to play in a TKR, or like when I played in the Code Bowl and I'm around other less experienced players, like I was the top fragger in the Code Bowl in like Al Mazrah.
Right.
Like, if I need to shoot my gun, I'll shoot my gun. And last chance qualifier last year, I won 5 out of my 6 gulags. Like, I will win my ones, but if I can delegate, like that bothers me a lot. That bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, and I understand, but like,
yeah.
I
think it's one of those things that, again, like, you're just like, this goes for everybody. Like, you're just gonna have to go and prove it, right? These next tournaments coming up very soon, you're just gonna have to go and prove it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's like
that's
Moss.
everybody.
DJ Moss, I think, is one of the most slept on players. That guy plays his fucking role. Like,
yeah, I don't know. So, Ebatez, let's talk about the fucking players. Dongy. Yeah. We talk about it a little bit now. Isaac, let's everybody, I want your guys' opinion. Let's talk that team specifically. Where does Dongy go and who replaces Dongy? We said youngsters. I think youngsters, right?
I think youngsters is a good fill there. Yeah. Dude, as far as like Dongy going, I mean, I think Sage, Noobs, and Dongy's kind of just what's been thrown out there. I think that team is incredible. I think that team is a team that's the second best team in my opinion you could put together right now. I think that team would be really, really good. So I'm hoping that's the roster. But
so Sage, Noobs, and Dongy. That's what you've heard?
I think that team is the.
That's what I've heard too.
Through the grapevine.
Dongy is an amazing support for his IGL. The amount of times I saw him backing up Unrational and giving that additional information, it's going to be very similar. Like, I think Adrian is one of the best players an IGL could ask for. But I know Sage is in here, and I don't know if this is your team. But brother, you got to mature your IGL role, because if you go back and look at VODs, there were a lot of times where your chemistry with Adrian and Swag saved your ass.
Yeah,
like they followed you non-verbally so many times, and you're smart enough to be the IGL.
Right.
But if he pulls a Shifty in Al Mazrah, where Shifty was a dog shit IGL at the beginning of Al Mazrah, and trained intentionally an entire year and became the IGL that he needed to be, Bro, that team is legitimately terrifying. But right now, I don't think Sage is that good of a IGL.
No, I feel like he knows this and he's not going to take offense to that. Like, I guess here is the question. If he does go with Dongi and Noobs, is Noobs their IGL?
No, I think Noobs is just the info guy. I don't think this team would need a set IGL because I think they're all
really.
I think this team, they're all three individually. They're all three smart enough to just know what to do. Like, I think that's what this team is.
That's not a thing, bro.
Yes,
you know how many times Soka has to put a fucking leash on Biffle or Shifty and literally drag them by the balls through a smoke to make a push? There is no such thing as a passive IGL.
No, I'm not saying that these guys aren't going to have somebody that's going to make a call. I think Sage is at the end of the day is going to make a call. But I don't think that these guys need a hard IGL. I really don't. I think they're all three smart enough to just play the game.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't think every team needs a hard IGL.
Right. I just think these guys are just all like individually smart enough to just not fuck up. I don't think
I agree.
Okay.
They don't need somebody to tell them what to do. Like somebody, like when I play with like other players, I have to tell them, hey, go set up here. They don't need that. They just need somebody to say, hey, follow me, or we're rowing now.
Right,
and like, don't listen. Yeah. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
That's why Aiden and DJ are so successful. Is like DJ isn't a hard IGL. Aiden's not a hard IGL. But everyone's passing info, everyone's giving hypotheticals. But when that moment hits where action needs to happen, either Aiden or DJ are pulling the trigger, more often DJ in some of the matches that I was watching.
Yeah.
And that's the difference between them waffling for another 5-10 seconds and they get wiped or missing a rotation window. Like, as long as those guys learn in those moments that someone needs to see that trigger and pull it.
Yeah, it could work. Like, no, I understand where both of y'all are coming from, but here is where things could, like, here's where I am kind of leaning towards Isaac in the sense of like, bro, people look down or don't, like, there's no good IGLs. Like, bro, people suck at getting to endgame right now. Like, I feel like now more than ever, this year kind of showed, at least in my eyes, that if you're an IGL, you should be the most sought after role right now, because I genuinely don't think there's any closers. Like, I really don't. So with this team, I get what you're saying. They're so good that they don't need one, right? They can all put it together. But fuck, man, like having somebody that makes the calls, that is the end all be all, one solution, right? Like, I feel like that's important. No,
that's the difference between Soka and Shifty and Biffle literally winning 38 out of 41 tournaments. And then every other team were like all year, like, maybe they're second place. Maybe they're fifth place. Maybe they're third best. And their tournaments look like this every fucking year. Yeah. And Shifty and Biffle look like, and Soka look like this the entire fucking year, because they have that leadership. They have that consistency. They have an expectation for what the communication flow should look like, what the pacing should look like what the intentionality should look like. And the second it deviates, watch Biffle. He will pull information out. He'll be like, guys, like, what's the call? Where are we going? What are we buying? Shifty will fill in. Okay, Soka's a little bit slow right now. This is what we're doing in the moment. And you can't, if you're building your team based off of chemistry and just acting off each other non-verbally, one tourney, you're going to be fucking incredible. And the next, you're going to be dog shit.
I agree. Ebatez thoughts, man. I love these combos.
I like Isaac's perspective on that. I think he's right. I do think Dongi, Sage, and Noobs is one of the anomaly teams where I'm like, honestly, dude, I don't think they need. I think they will say, hey, Sage makes the final call here, but those guys are all three individually smart enough to be like, to just not fuck up. Like, Sage isn't gonna have to say, Dongi, why aren't you setting up here? Like, Dongi's gonna be like, he knows where he's gonna go. And Noobs also, Noobs kind of like just that like anchor info guy. If he needs to orchestrate in like a fight, in a team fight, he'll tell people what to do. But as far as rotations, I think Sage will be starting enough to do it.
I don't know. If that is the team, right? If your leaks are leaking, right? And if that's the team, because the first custom we get is this one, right? It's Pullze Check Pullze.
Yeah.
If that's true, I am bricked. I am ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like to see that.
Scummin and Gary did everything they possibly needed to keep Dongi on that roster, and he still ended up leaving, because I just don't think there's any other roster you leave Scummin and Gary for unless it's Sage and Noobs. I just don't. I really don't. They did, I will say, Gary and Scummin, man, they had a great year. They did everything they needed to do, and besides winning World Series of Warzone, which honestly was like an impossible task, to keep Dongi on that roster And if he's still leaving, it has to be for something great. And I feel like it's just Sage and Noobs.
Damn. Yeah, okay, so let's talk about now, going back to the subject that we never got to finish. Who then joins Scummin and Dongy? I mean, Scummin and Gary. You said, you think you think you joined that squad?
I think it would work. Scummin really respects me, and I can keep him in line. And dude, it regardless of whether or not it's me, think about it. How crazy is it that one of the most dominant 2v2 duos since Verdansk, Scummin and Unrational, have never played in a custom where they've been the Slayers together and they've had an IGL above them? That for me is criminal, that they were relying on like Scummin and Huskers and now Scummin and Dongy. And like, bro, the way that Unrational and Scummin trade off each other, why the fuck don't they get an IGL that maybe keeps them from going rogue a little bit, helps them close? Like, even if it's not me, I think they need an IGL.
I do agree, but okay, here's the deal. Do you think, obviously they're losing Dongy, right? Dongy's like hard hitting top frag, like number one top frag, right? Do you think Gary can kind of fill that role there, right? Because you're now switching to IGL. Gary would be switching to the Slayer support with Scummin. Then do you think he has the potential to do that?
I'll be honest, I don't know if that team would have done as well as they did if they didn't have the high-rise cheese. They were unbelievably efficient at Unrational sitting top, delegating, picking apart teams one by one. If Scummin got a one and a thirst and then got killed, Unrational would immediately buy him back. And they were just, I don't know what teams were stupid enough to land under high-rise for 2 days straight and allow them to just be picked apart by Scummin and Dongy. What the fuck are you guys doing? But later in the game, when they had to make those final rotations, when they had to make those final team hits, like for me, they were falling apart, not because of lack of gunny, but it was just like disorganization. And like I said, I don't care if it's me or not. I'll tell this to any of those guys. This is what I'm seeing.
Right.
Like,
okay. All right. Ebatez, what do you think on that squad?
Isaac, Scummin, and Gary.
Yeah, or just or anybody else joining that squad.
With an IGL. Yeah, I don't want to make this about me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. It's so hard for me to like sit here and be like, yeah, this is a good replacement because we're literally replacing Dongy. It's mission impossible, bro. You don't replace Dongy. Like he's just this fucker was so good all year. Like arguably, bro, there was times he was just the best player in the game. Like throughout the year, obviously he didn't like win anything enough to like make that argument like valid, but he was at times the best player in tournaments, whether it was a 2v2 or customs. He was just the truth. So it's just so hard to sit here and be like, yeah, this is the right player to replace. Because if they are losing Dongy and they still couldn't win, it's like it's hard for me to sit here and be like, okay, this is the right replacement for them. Because if you're not winning and now you're losing your best player, what's the outcome? And who knows? Maybe if they make a change and it was just a role issue, I don't think that's true. But if that's the case, then I don't know. I think
I don't think they would thrive if they picked up a young demon. I really don't. Dongy helped out so much with information calls and so much with organization on Unrational's part. Like they need another brain on their team, like maybe a Sage type of like that type of pickup, like someone that
it's just hard. I think they're gonna probably go with like a prospect or youngsters or maybe,
doesn't prospect, isn't he like
definitely not? I don't think prospect they pick up.
The dynamic between prospect and Scummin, I think they just have always wanted to play together, and that's the only reason I say that. I think it's just another player that I think Scummin would want to play with.
Really?
Like I said, I don't think there's many players out there that would actually play with Scummin. So there's only a few literally a few that I think would actually do it.
Would he play with Tommy? Because Tommy coached him, and so Tommy knows their game.
I could see that.
I fear that with that squad, let's say it was Tommy, I don't think that is enough to beat Falcons. And at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about right now, right? Like I think that's what every team should be thinking of. Now, Dongy, Sage, Noobs, that could be a contender, right? Like I do think that could be a contender. How consistently would that? I don't know. I don't know how close they would be, right? But for example, if it like the way that Fnatic gave them a run for their money, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is there another team that can be formed that could be like that? Is there another team that could be made this year? Given that, think about it, that everybody's a free agent. Can any team be formed that could be like obviously not World Series fanatic, but EWC fanatic.
Dongi, Sage, and Noob's the only team I'm putting together.
So I don't like the idea of, and I'll give you crap for this, Hector.
Okay.
And in one breath, we're gassing up how hard SSD works. They outwork everyone, right? They put in the hours, they put in the work. But in the next breath, we're saying, who can we magically form together because of who they are? For me, I want to think about the character of the players. Obviously, the roles and the natural talent 100% plays like a factor. But some of these god tier players that have been blessed with unbelievable talent have been the same flaky, unreliable, like, this year wasn't my year. I just wasn't passionate this year, but next year's different, man. I had these things going on, or how's my teammates? Who is a fucking professional who is going to learn their role, accept their role, regardless of whether or not they want that role, take accountability, trust in their teammates, and actually be a It's so disrespectful what some people do to their teammates, man.
Oh.
Like, they burn an entire year of a teammate's earnings and then tweet out afterwards. And this isn't anyone specific. It happens literally every year. So no one get your panties hurt. If your panties are hurt, you probably need to change yourself.
Yeah, you know who he's talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, there's no one specific. It happens every year.
No, I agree. But like, okay, going back to that, like, I do think that that's why Falcons is as good as they are, right? Like Soka, my eyes, back in Caldera, Caldera was really good. But like, nobody really knew who he was. Like, he was always good, but I feel like he worked so hard that he hit his stride, and he like their work ethic. I've seen it, like Shifties, especially Shifties. I've seen his work ethic, and I'm telling you, like, these fuckers, the players, they are as good as they are because they work so hard. Diaz, I'm gonna be honest, my eyes, anomaly. That motherfucker doesn't like.
He's just a talent,
he's just gifted. Like, I'm gonna keep it $150. Shifty is it, bro. He is so. His work ethic is just. I don't think there's many players that have the work ethic that he has, and a lot of people might not see it because obviously he doesn't go around flaunting it. But bro, these fools, when they would win and not close in 5, they'd fucking get in Discord calls. I'm in there, and they're yelling at each other. Why the fuck did they make this mistake? Why the fuck did they do this? And there's not. I don't see anybody doing this right now in the scene. Who's doing that? Who's doing that in the scene right now?
Yeah, I agree.
You know. So I don't know, man. Let's move on to Ebatez' team, right?
Guys,
Ebatez, Aiden, DJ, Smitty, talk to me. You think that they stay together?
I haven't talked to DJ or Smith or anybody. So this is just me, my opinion. I think that team formed on like a last minute thing, made incredible improvements over 3 months. And I think Aiden has had some success with Smith in the past, just had some success with Smith again. I think that's a set. I don't think Aiden and Smith are going to leave. And I do think that they made enough improvements over the last 3 months and given a short amount of time to become the second or third best team, that they'll at least run it out in the beginning of the year to see how they can continue to get better. But that's just my opinion. Would I be surprised if Aiden and Smith go and find one? Probably not, but I don't think they should. I think DJ did enough at least to show them like, hey, we made incredible improvements. We literally were horrible. Now we're great. And let's just see where it keeps going. I feel like that team's only been on the up. And until they like go down, I don't see the reason to split.
You know what? I'm going to throw a crazy take here.
Yeah.
I think that DJ and Smitty stay together. I think that if anybody's going to leave, it's going to be Aiden by himself. That's what I think.
To go.
I don't have any leaks. I don't. But I have assumptions in my head. I don't have the leaks. I promise. Guys, chat's not going to believe me.
If they're not leaks, then just you could say it then.
Yeah. I think, in my eyes, I think Aiden loves Adrian too much. And I would think that they want to play together again.
Yeah.
And again, I live with Adrian, right? He's not, I promise you, this is why people are going to be like, oh, he told you. I swear on everything. He has not told me anything. But I think that Aiden and Adrian love each other so much that they want to play together again.
And who would be the third?
Shit. It'd have to be a goated IGL. That's what it would have to be for them. But then again, Adrian also lacks a lot of professionalism when it comes to being on time, showing up for scrims, things like that. So I don't know, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
was that as much of an issue this year as it was last year? I know that was like kind of a he got called out for that in Almazra. Was he better this year with Sage? Sage and Swag.
Well, I don't know about last year. I don't really remember that, but this year for sure was a big deal for sure. But last year, yeah, I don't remember that last year at all.
Oh, okay, maybe.
But to be fair, I got on his ass, and it literally took him flying out to Swag's house to get locked in. At the very least, he flew across the country to lock himself in, because if he was here, or he was back home, he wasn't getting on for scrims, wasn't anything. When he got here, I would wake him up. He would then be forced to get up and go. But once he was with Swag, I feel like they actually locked in the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And so to get fourth, in my eyes, with only locking in for the last 2 weeks is nuts. I don't know.
That was a huge success.
Last, if you would like to hop in Discord, man, and talk to us about your future team, this goes to any competitor that competed. If you guys want to come in and talk about things, please. This is an open Discord today. This isn't like an official podcast. I mean, it is, I guess, but like the start of me just yapping. Then we brought Ebatez in. Then we brought Isaac in. Like, we're just yapping. You know what I'm saying?
I do think that Sage, Aiden, Smith, Aiden, and DJ stay. I would say.
Okay.
It's so weird because I want to say, like, if DJ could mature into this role, then this could be the guy. I legitimately feel like in IGL, you're either born with it or you're not. Like, you listen to the way Soka speaks, you listen to the way that Shifty speaks, you listen to the way even like Super Evan, like, not to be that guy, and not every IGL has to be this type A macho man, but like, I don't know if people can grow into that decisiveness. Like, people get their plates cracked and they just go, and then they're wiped. And it's just like, or they just start fucking Adderall calm tweaking and then everything goes to shit. Like, decisiveness and chaos. And I feel like only a few people have that.
So Ebatez, who is that IGL on that team?
I think DJ and Smith do a co-IGL. But I think they also started letting Aiden call endgame because he's like just a smart guy. So I think they just started letting him yap like endgame because he's naturally just a smart guy. Because
DJ is kind of like that flex, right? He's kind of like that role player. Like, he can do anything you ask him to, right? Like, he's not.
Beginning of the year, he like stepped up to try, or like beginning of that team, they like tried to be like the IGL, like the full 100% IGL. But then I think he kind of was just like, yo, Smith, I need some help here. Basically, just like, hey, like, feel free to like make some input.
Right, right.
And that's when they also started talking. They're like, okay, let's start letting Aiden talk endgame because Aiden actually has a lot of really good insight.
Okay. So you think that team stays?
I think that team stays.
I like that team. Of all the teams that I felt like,
dude, Hector,
knew
bro, what do you know,
what
bro?
the hell was going on.
I don't
know, bro.
I don't know anything.
He goes, you think that team stay? I go, yeah, and he goes.
I'm just thinking. I'm genuinely thinking about like what rosters can be formed if that team splits up. Right? Third.
Aiden's off playing Apex, you know, he's good.
He's vibing.
Is he actually?
He tweeted out that he was the next month he was playing Apex. Now that doesn't mean he's not committed. I think that could be good for the mental, but
no bed till bread.
No bed till bread. Okay. All right. So now
rated Aiden Adrian. That happened last year on Masra.
Do we know? Let me check. Ooh, I'm going through my comments right now and seeing if there's anybody that put out. I don't think anybody has put out who their team is except for Jace. Jace just said Nate Dogg and Raul. But apart from that, I don't think there's anybody else that I see here like, hey, me and these two other people.
Mm-hmm.
So
does Raul calm a lot? Like, I don't know Raul's gameplay that well. I know Jace and Nate Dogg pretty well.
He's got decent small chatter.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Jacobs Hell said you should get some CDL trios in to see if those frauds can really hang with the Warzone pros. Here, I'm putting.
They won't play. They won't fucking play, bro.
Let me know who wants in. I'm gonna put little man here. Oh, fucking Jacob Dick Rider Hell, bro. I love that guy.
Bro, I was saying get Illy in Warzone, bro. That guy would be so good in this game.
What happened to Illy?
He was on some Addy and got kicked off the Surge. I'm pretty sure. I think he took like a little break, came back, wasn't the same. Then he was just dropped.
Wait, deadass?
Yeah.
Is this a confirmed or is this rumors?
Is
Is this allegedly or is this like confirmed?
From what I've heard.
Okay, allegedly.
From good sources.
I thought he was open about it. I thought he was open about
Well, no, I think it was obvious that he was doing
abuse,
taking Adderall, but I think it just got to the point where it looked bad on the league. So then they like kind of like took a break. He, tried to get off of it, and then I heard he came back and it just didn't go well. So then he was benched again.
Yeah, I don't know the CDL I'm staying out of this one.
He blasted.
He said Ethan's going rogue. My bad, guys. Sorry.
Okay. Well, allegedly, chat. Allegedly. I mean, look, man, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Bro, if any CDL guys, it's the off season, right? Like, fuck it. Want to give it a try? Please let me know, right? This is, right? Like, this is the time to just fuck around, right? Like, why not? Why the fuck not, right?
No, so I'm saying, bro, if Illy's chalked in the CDL, plus with Falcons taking 4 spots from like other players, and he's not going back to the league, he's not going to go play challengers because I know he's just not. It's Illy. He should come to fucking Warzone, bro. But I don't know if his ego's too high enough to come do it. I think he should, though. I think Illy would be insane.
Bro.
But S&D guys.
I don't understand. What is with the ego, though? Like, I don't understand. Like, Shifty is making more than the top tier CDL pros. Like, what do you...
It's because all those CDL guys clown Warzone guys. They clown them, bro. And they go like, Noobs was getting shit on in challengers. He went to Warzone, started winning. Like, yeah, games for babies. Like, it's like anybody that would come over here, the CDL guys are like, you weren't good enough to be in the league, so you went to Warzone. But it's just an ego thing, bro. It doesn't make sense. They could.
Anyone want to pull up the 2021 World Series of Warzone duos?
We're not
leaderboard.
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, Isaac. They don't.
That was when our scene sucked ass, bro.
They don't wanna hear it, bro.
And they placed like 60th. You had like Krim and Clay in their prime of Empire. You had Scump and Methods. You had
Scump and Shotzi, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Dude, you had like the names. Pred placed like 55th or something. Like, don't get me wrong. They will fucking run my pockets inside of any map ever. 1v1. I get it. But Warzone's a different game.
No, the trios one was like early on too, and they got fucking slammed. They got slammed. It wasn't even close. Close. So like,
now here would be an interesting one. Tupac, phase Tupac, the S&D code. Someone who actually has that disciplined brain, the willingness to sit and review, an analytical mind. I don't know if he's going to get picked up, but he's played Warzone. He's been nasty at Warzone. He's done kill races in Warzone. I think he could pick up a team and actually transfer over really well because of his analytical mind, his straight shooting, and how quickly that guy learns.
I'm telling you, I think the good S&D players like Illy, I think Tupac would be great. I think Tupac will probably get another job offer. That guy's way too smart and talented to like not. Any CDL team would be so lucky to have him on his roster. I can't believe FaZe dropped him.
Chat, look, the reason why I'm saying makes more here, for those y'all, there might be some CDL fanboys in here. Let me explain why I said this, right? Chat, look, would you guys consider, I would assume yes, all of Optic, right? I'm saying with the all of Optic, those are top tier fucking CDL pros, right? They just fucking won, right? We can all agree on that. Correct. I don't think anybody's going to deny that everybody on the fucking Optic roster is a top tier CDL pro. What I'm trying to get at, or what I was saying, guys, is that this clip right here, right? This right here, going from 400K to 300K a year isn't really a pay cut, whatever. That's besides the point. I don't really care about like the debate. I'm just saying 400K to 300K, right? With the exceptions of, let's say, Shotzi, right? Shotzi probably makes insane amount, but like, I've had this conversation with CDL players. How many CDL players make 500,000 plus a year? Very few. Like, I'm talking like, I think maybe like Shotzi Hydra over 500K. Shotzi Hydra. No, probably Dashy, more than probably 10. No, less than 10.
Dashy as well is probably over that.
Yeah, maybe like 3, maybe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right, so 400, 300K, right? If the top tier, this is what I mean by top tier, 400, guys, I've talked to Zoom about this. Unless my information's right, there's very few players that are making that 500 plus K. Very few. I would say less than 5.
Years ago, yes. Lately, everyone, it's been a downturn.
Like 5 or 6, I'd say.
So
and
I think that number's around like 4. I think that number's around like 4.
If you're talking just salary, it's probably then. But I think with everything else included, it's got to be like 5 or 6 or 7.
Yeah, we're not arguing this. I know. Everybody flaming, fucking Zinni. No, that's not chat. Okay, but what I'm saying is, why would let's say, why would Shifty go to the CDL? Right, that was the conversation I brought up at the beginning of the stream when that man is making 500K.
Yeah.
Right. Like it doesn't make sense. So
and there's longevity in what he's doing right now.
Yeah. So why is there egos? Going back to the conversation, why is there egos when if fucking Illy wanted to come here and wanted to go crazy?
Because it's not about the money. I think to them, it's the pride, it's the ego that like they're not in the league. They weren't good enough to stay in the league. Yada yada yada. Like I'm telling you, bro. I think Illy would be great in Warzone. I'm telling you, you give that guy 6 months to actually get on a good roster.
That'd be cool.
Whatever, watch VODs. I think that guy would be insane. Get him back on the 30 MGs. You know what I'm saying? He's shooting that fucker.
Come on, Ebatez. Come on, man.
My bad.
Come on, bro. That's my dog, man.
My bad.
Yeah, but look.
He's good, though. He's good.
I love Illy, man. Tupac of them, I don't know. I would love if there's anybody else, right? If there's anybody that wants to come in from the CDL, whether I really don't even care whether you're a challengers player, whether you're fucking a coach. Come like this. I'll say this: CDL and their community, which I will continue to always try not to be like that for the Warzone. They're very gatekeepy. Like, oh, you can't. If you like Warzone, you can't like CDL too. I'm like, bro, why the fuck not? Like, it's Call of Duty, right? That's the way it is. I'm telling you, on this end, it ain't like that, right? If anybody, I don't give a fuck who you are, bro, let's get you involved as much as you can in the Warzone scene because this shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay, hold on. Look at Clayster reply. Clayster replies. Holy shit. Myself and Gary need one for two tournaments coming up on Tuesday and Thursdays.
I'll start practicing right now.
Oh shit!
Dude, fuck it, bro. Fuck it, get him in.
Hey, man! I wonder if they replied to him, bro. I wonder if they replied to him.
He was talking about joining teams for Stage 2 in LCQ last year. I know because I talked to him. Me personally, if I'm a top tier team like those two, I'm not picking up someone who says, I'm going to start doing it if you pick me up. Like that hasn't been invested or like, I could be wrong. I don't know what Clayster's passions are. And he's obviously a super fucking straight shooter, but like, if you're not playing the game right now and you're not passionate about the game right now, what's going to happen if you have a couple bad tournaments? I don't know.
I honestly, man, I think it'd be cool for the scene. I don't know.
I think it'd be fucking awesome for the scene. Okay. I'm saying for them who just placed second at World Series,
right? I would be surprised.
Player, and now they're trying to keep that performance up.
But do I think that'd be great for the scene? Fuck yeah, bro. Let's get Clay in. Yeah. But I do think that Gary and Scummin, him joining them, I think that might be a little I don't think they would do it. Right? I mean, Shifty said when Diaz was retiring, people were hitting him up. And he was like, I don't think I would want to have anybody join me that I would have to teach. I want you to join the roster and already know what you're doing, right? But again, I don't know. I would love to see kind of what can be created during this offseason. Transparently, it seems like this CDO versus Warzone shit is chalked as of right now. From what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing. But hey, man, if any of the CDL guys they're bored during the offseason,
I think
have some fun.
Something to consider too, man. There's gonna be a lot of really talented CDL players that are just not gonna be able to be in the league this year because of that 4 extra spots that Falcons are taking.
True.
I mean, like that's 4 players that have to now go to challengers or figure it the fuck out. Like Joe Deceives just got what 3rd at champs and then 2nd at EWC or 4th at champs and he's getting
something like that.
It sounds like he's getting kicked off the Thieves. Like, is he going back to challengers? Like that fucker was shooting. So I mean, I feel like there's gonna be really good players, man, that are just gonna have to go to challengers. Why go to challengers, bro? Like, why? There's going to be, I'm not saying for like those guys that can kind of come in and out, but there's some really solid challenger players, bro, that could easily come to Warzone, put in some time, give them 6 months to like get decent. By the time World Series comes around, they're like a good player. I don't know, man. Like, I just think the work ethic too is there. I'd like to see it.
Miami still the Spaniards? Is that they're all Spaniards, right? And I'm assuming they're staying with them, right? Like,
Probably. I think Real, I saw him dabbling with Warzone. I don't know what his contract, like, I don't know what his status is right now with the Heretics, but.
So then that's 8 players, technically 4 from Saudi Arabia and then 4 from the Spaniards, right?
Yeah.
That's 4. And then do each of them know enough English where if they wanted to swap people out, they could?
I don't know. I know, trust me, it's tough. It's looking really bad because they're not expanding the league, I don't think. It's 12 spots still because they bought the Legion spot.
I'm going to assume next year
It sounds like the Gorillas are selling their spot.
Okay.
I don't know. It's tough.
Well, look, man, again, I'll tell you right now, we don't gatekeep over here. If anybody wants to come in, there's a lot of money to be made and a lot of brands to be built. So if anybody does want to, please reach out, man, because that would be fucking fire to have more storylines. Like Clayster, I'm gonna DM Clayster after this and be like, yo, are you serious? Because like let's get him into these and see if he can pick up some teams.
Cole Havoc was hanging out. He was hanging. Like Cole Havoc was doing okay.
Yeah. Havoc last year. I will say though, Havoc I think is doing way too good in his content.
He's crushing content.
He's killing it.
That I don't think he would come. I don't know. Yeah, but look, man, is there any team else that could be formed? Is there any new rosters that we know of as of right now?
Oh, I mean, there's so many. There's plenty to talk about. I mean, I think going back to the whole Fnatic thing, I think all 3 of those guys, Skull, Almond, Noobs, probably play on separate rosters. I think I could see Almond, Blast, and Rated being a roster. Just because I think they're all very good friends. I think that those are the. I don't know. I could see that happening. I feel like Almond, Rated, and Blast I could see being put together, but that's just because I think they're good friends and I think that they all trust each other to like put in the work and get better as a team. So that's the roster I think.
Scumman said in the chat, and again, I don't know if he's trolling or not, right? But he was like, I need, what did he say? I said, I need, who was the 2 that he said to pick me up? Fuck. He said,
Almond and Skullface.
Almond and Skullface. He said Almond and Skull. Hey, Blast, come through. Penguin Club.
Yeah, I don't think Skull and Almond are gonna play again together. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it was just such a rough ending that I'd be surprised if they ran it back.
Really?
Blast said Ethan is so federal. Bro, what have I said? That's so federal.
Oh, Destroy said, who wants to make the stage next year? Tap in. Guys, Destroy is a free agent, man. If anybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my phone. Blast. Fuck it, man. Come through, bro. Who want me, Vaughn? Hey, man. We had a whole speech about you, Vaughn. You know what I'm saying?
I sent it to him.
Yeah.
I think he needed to hear it.
Guys, if anybody any competitors want to tap in on this call, this is not like, by the way, side note, I'm always open to that. If anybody wants to like tap in and just talk, no
disrespect. Like I don't mean this like I'm not trying to like throw shade or anything, but like what happened to Rated this year? Is he's that type of personality that you think would be very directive, a great leader inside of a custom game where shit's going awry. Like when Rated talks, you shut the fuck up and listen. Like
they should have qualified. I'll be honest, they should have qualified, but they folded. They dropped like a 40-something point game, and it was like 60-something to qualify, and they fucking folded. I mean, I'll just be honest. But I think I said this maybe a few months ago. I think Rated would be a really good support anchor role, like the dirty work player. I don't think he should be IGLing 100%.
I don't think, dude. That's like telling Juki's not the IGL. Like,
well, no, Juki's
I think the second that he disagrees with his IGL, like, I don't know if he can give up that trust.
Like Ben, I think somebody like Ben, if Ben wanted to continue to do the IGL role, I think Rated would just co-IGL with it and they'd be fine. And then you could have Blast on land shoot because this guy's unkillable, I guess, on land.
Thanks, Ethan.
Blast, what's good, man? I'm assuming you're not doing camera, right?
I can turn my camera on.
All right, if you want, man, that's good.
Dude, come on, man.
Wait, you see it?
I can see it.
Come on, man.
I got the Yeezys.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Wait, how do I flip the camera?
Bro.
I can't even see, bro. The sun. How do I flip the camera?
You gotta tap the little icon.
I can't even see, bro. Hold up.
Listen, let me step outside, okay? Dude, this guy's not real, bro.
Wait. Is it flipped?
You turn it off.
Oh wait, see it. Hold up.
Bro's a animal.
See me now?
There it is. What's good, Blast? Yo, guys, welcome our guest Blast to the podcast. Blast, man.
Get some sunlight, bro. Long season. It's about time to get some vitamin D.
I
This
love
guy's
it.
not a gamer, bro. Get inside.
Talk to me, Blast. Talk to me, man. What's goody, bro?
I mean, bro, for teaming, like, number one, I wanted to play with Sage, but obviously that's not happening.
Wait, why did you say that? Wait, hold on. Why did you say, wait, hold on. Why did you say, obviously that's not happening. Hold on. Explain, please, Blast. Hold on.
I mean, you can put two and two together, bro. I'm not, you know, that was a little federal, but but number two, I want to play with Ben, but I don't know who a good third would fit because obviously I'm too old to be an entry now, so I'm not entering. I want to be more like a support player, and it would have to be Ben, and I like to play with Skull, but it all just depends on who wants to do, you know, who wants to play with who. But if I don't like, I don't know, bro. I feel like I lost like 4 years of my life. I mean, I'm proud of Flanked in game, honestly. Like on LAN, we played really good. Day two, honestly, it brought a tear to my eye, bro. The small talk was there, everything was good, but dude, I'm just too old, bro. Like I can't be like stressing out like that. That was way too much. That was way too much for me, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie, like straight up, leading up to November, I thought it was chalked. Like I was like, I have no hope. Like we're fucked. Like we fuck up the smallest shit. Like, bro, we did the hard shit, fucked up the smallest shit, and like I was like, fuck this, dude. Like this is just way too stressful. And then we played great, so I'm proud of them. But
So,
you know, I just can't like, I just can't put myself through that, bro. It's just too much.
So
Your guys' POV was anxiety inducing.
Dude, it was. I mean, bro, like, you know, you really can't expect much. Bro, Gabe didn't even know what competitive was until this year. So, like, I always, like, didn't take that into account that he, like, you know, was, like, so new to this. Like, I just expected a lot from him that, like, he didn't, like, obviously have experience, like, with, right? So, like, small talk, just, like, you know, basic, like, shit at a pro level. And it was just, like, I don't know, man. It was just so rage-inducing, bro, because I'm not used to that shit, you know? I'm just not used to it at all. But, I mean, he's improved a lot, bro. I'm proud of him. I mean, he's young. He shoots. He just has to work on the small talk a little more, fix a little stutter problem. And I think he'll be, like, a great player.
Just fix the stutter problem.
I mean, bro, anybody you can ask any Warzone pro like who plays, like he has a very hard time spitting it out, and it will fuck you over.
I didn't know that it was actually like something that he had, but he does do it a lot on stream and during his tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that he obviously has to do himself, but I mean, I'm also really proud of Flanked. I mean, Flanked, like, I'm not gonna lie, like everybody's memeing us, like, oh, you're playing with Flanked, blah blah blah. But I think day two, he played fucking. Hey, I'm being dead serious. Like, it brought a tear to my eye, bro. The small talk he had on day two, I was just like, bro, if this was online, like, I think every scrim or every tourney, we were top 5 easily. If it was just like that every single time. Like, I don't know, like, whether it was just like, you know, it was LAN, fucking adrenaline's there, all that shit. But, I mean, hey, shout out to them too, man. I'm so proud. Like, that ass.
Humble teammate right there. I like that.
Yeah, okay. I will say, even I was like, wait, Flank, that was random. But motherfucker showed up. Motherfucker showed up and was shooting. Let me tell you, bro. So Blast, I guess, what is your right now? If you had unlimited potential, everybody was available, right? Who is your team? Who are you getting?
And we're talking about everybody here. Like,
okay, without Falcons. All right. Before Josh.
I mean, like I said, definitely Ben. Well, I want it to be me, Sage, and one, obviously. That would be like the absolute like want, but obviously that's just not gonna happen. So it's gonna be, I want it to be Ben. And honestly, like, I'd have to let Ben pick the third, because I'm not gonna lie, I really don't know like who would fit our play style the best. I mean, I'm sure if you remember, Hector, fucking when me, Ben, and Skull were scrimming when the World Series got first announced, we averaged second every scrim. We only lost to SSD because I just came back or I just started competing again, and I didn't know like how to play match point. You know, I was still pretty shit. But I mean, we got second every stream, and we were playing pretty good. So, I mean, we could try that.
You, Almond, and Skull, right?
I mean, yeah. Because I've been talking to Ben, and Ben like is gonna try different things, but he said like he would love to play with me, so we're probably gonna end up trying something, maybe in this 20K. But yeah, I mean, I would probably say me, Ben, Skull, probably like number one right now. But if I can't play with them, then fuck, I don't know if I'm gonna play. Like, I just don't see myself. I just don't see myself playing with any other roster, bro.
Damn. Okay, you, Ben Skull, and if for whatever reason that does not come together, or let's just say it sounds like you really want to play with Almond. So if you don't play with Almond, are you kind of just chalking it?
Probably, yeah. I mean, bro, it's just not worth it. Like, what? I'm gonna go play with like people who are like complacent on getting like top 15 every tournament. You make no money. I mean, I'm sure their streams are doing good. Like, I might as well just focus on content and just like, you know, get back in the gym, maybe hop on a cycle, do fitness. I don't fucking know.
Dude, if you're not playing to be first, like I wouldn't play.
Yeah, no, there's like no point. I mean, like, bro, like I think you said earlier, there were 38 out of 41 tournaments that SSD won. Like, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah.
Like, there's literally no point.
Yeah.
Unless your content's doing good and like you're fucking, you know, you're doing well off, but like that's just not the case for everybody. So, and I'm also just getting older and older. I'm fucking 25 now. I can't just sit here and fucking half-ass like that, bro. I've been going hard as fuck the past 4 months. I've been playing every day, all day, all scrims, and like they got us fifth, but like obviously, like, bro, it's $16,000 in the grand scheme of things. That's literally nothing for sacrificing fucking
your life
100 hours a week. Like,
yeah, you got it. I'm telling you, bro. Like the thing with the Warzone shit, it's very cutthroat. Like, if you're at the top, you're at the top. Like, you're making fucking bread. But like, as soon as the drop off to like 5th, 6th, 7th, like, bro, top 3 gets paid, right? For most of these tournaments. Yes, we have, leading up to the World Series, there was like a tournament every fucking day for 10K, maybe even more, right? Like, so the top is the top. And then after that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not trying to beat Falcons, I agree with you. It might not be worth it. Sure, you can do your content on the side, which obviously that generates a lot of revenue while doing it. And maybe that's that, right? That puts in a lot, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. And if you don't think there's anybody else out there that is willing to make the sacrifices to beat them, then I get why you would be quote unquote retiring, right?
Yeah. I mean, 38. I mean, bro, you know how like pathetic that like looks for the rest of the players, bro? They won 38 out of 41, bro. It's like, I get that they get the best POI and shit, bro. I get that, but like, bro, like, I swear to God, bro, like, that last game that I watched on LAN, game 7, I think, like, I'm just watching everybody grief each other and not even try to like worry about the match point team. Like, that's how like pathetic it is. Like, they just got hyped for free and just looked down and just shot everybody in the water griefing each other. Like, I feel like motherfuckers really don't want to try to beat them. Like, it just makes no sense to me.
I will say, I bought you that back. I actually did a video on it, and it was insane to me that they, like, bro, I don't know who it was. Somebody ran up to them, started, like, they knew it was Diaz and them, and then got in a car and ran away. Like, they even said that was the easiest game of their life.
I mean, yeah, bro. People aren't even playing for like the actual, like, obviously, I feel like a general rule of Warzone is like you want to play for height, right? And like, if you see endgame is gonna end where you have like a hill that you could play and look down, and you're gonna be in zone, like, I feel like I only see 2 teams actually play for that. It's SSD. And it was like Ben's team when Ben, like when Fnatic was like, you know, still playing before obviously like didn't qual. But I just feel like there's just so many teams, bro, that are just so tunneled on just like getting like placement points sitting like in a building center zone that they just like, they don't play to win. I'm telling you, they literally do not play to win. So I don't know. That's why, like, I feel like in Warzone, there's literally like max like 15 people, maybe even less than that you could form a squad with. And like actually have a chance
squad.
of winning. Yeah, but like the rest is just like you're all just literally playing for shits and giggles and goodbye. Like, so it's just like, I don't know.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie, you kind of spitting right now. Isaac, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Outside of that 15, they all have the egos thinking they're fucking God's greatest gift to Earth, but they don't have the humility to improve, and they've been getting the same placements for 4 years. Grinding.
I agree.
Yeah, damn. I mean, hey, you're right, Blast. I will say, I really do hope you don't leave, and I hope you get the team with Ben. I will say that I'm hearing so many different rosters. There's so many different teams that can be formed. Like, I don't know. I do hope you end up on a good team, man. I really do. But besides the point, I definitely do think No matter what, you should focus on content. No matter what.
No, for sure. For sure.
Boys, any final questions for my man Blast, bro?
No, man. Appreciate you hopping on, bro.
All right, man. Blast.
Do you want to IGL this year, Blast, or are you?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I think he said he wanted to be the entryman or role player.
No, role player, yeah.
Honestly, like, bro, the thing about me is IGLing, bro. I either make the greatest calls in the world or I just get us killed. Like, there's no in between, bro. Like, I guess that's something I could like individually improve on if I really like, you know, went balls to the wall with it. But like, bro, like like at that event, like there was just these 2 games where like it was both our monster games. We had 38 points and a 30-point game. Like, bro, I feel like I was calling perfectly, and like Flanked was co-IGLing too a little. Like he actually made like a really good call in the game we won to like go on the left side of super and use our PDS, and like I didn't even think of that. And then once we used that, I saw the vision to where to go next, and then I called for the rest of the game. And like, but it's just like, bro, there are some games, bro, where I get into a spot and I'm like, guys, I don't know how the fuck we're gonna get out of this. What the fuck we're gonna do? Like, I don't know, bro. Somebody go for a miracle knock. Like, it's just so many. Like, it's just like, I don't know, bro. And I feel like that just comes with like more reps and like, cause bro, I'm sure you guys watch, like, dude, online, like we just got shit on. Like, and like I feel like that also just made it hard for me to like get better at IGLing because, bro, I couldn't even get into a spot where like I could IGL. Felt like so. But yeah, I mean, to answer as a question, I would not like to IGL. I just want to listen and just shoot my gun, bro. That's all I want to do.
I mean, hey man, if Diaz didn't fucking continue playing, you knew that you might have been, you know, I think you were their first pick, or are you at least Shifty's first pick?
Well, yeah, I was talking to Shifty, and he was like, yeah, man, go like fry out on land, and like if he retires, like I'll get you in. And I was like, all right. So I did my part, but Diaz didn't do his part. So. And that motherfucker just texted me saying, you want to go up SR today, bro? Like, god damn, dude.
Bro, hey. Well, I guess, Blast, are you playing with us? Because we're looking for one. You playing with us tonight? What rank are you?
I'm Crim 1.
Oh, we're chilling then. We're vibing. All right, man. Well, I'll see you later on tonight, bro. I don't know what time. You got to talk to that man over there.
All right, man. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Later, bro. Thank you for hopping on, man. Thank you for hopping on, baby. Peace, Blast, peace.
What a fucking character, bro. What a character, bro. Actually, such a character.
That man funny as fuck, bro. Chat, why you on his ass for saying like, bro? Leave him alone, bro. Leave him alone, man.
Yeah, chat is there. They be on it.
Yeah, okay. Well, boys, anything else, bro?
I mean, Blast Almond Skull is not a bad roster. I'm just curious to see if they actually just try to run it back. You just lost Noobs. Adding Blast, is it going to make that big of a difference?
Almond, Blast, Skull. I mean, honestly, I think he just wants to play with Almond.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants to play with Skull. I don't think he cares to.
No, I don't think he cares. I don't know who their third would be. I figured Rated, but I just don't know.
Blast, Almond. But and Blast is good. Like,
I think Rated would have to go to the IGL. You let Blast be that second IGL in opinion, and just let Almond shoot his gun again. Kind of like a TBE type of vibe.
What if like
do people want to play with Rated?
I don't think so. I mean, he got what?
Okay,
first year and then didn't qualify.
Go back to that. Okay, so what do you guys think happened to Rated this year?
I don't think Rated necessarily had a horrible, terrible year. I just think that I think Prospect and Myopo is an all in or all out type of roster. Like you're either fucking frying or you're not. And I think they fried and then they just did it the next 5 games. They didn't qualify. And then they barely didn't qualify in LCQ. I think they would have done okay had they qualified. I think they would have maybe been top 10. They were, like I said, it's an all in or all out type of roster.
Bro. Did you see that clip where Myopo was on the phone off the drop and Rated goes, and they die. Like Wipey goes, Rated goes, what the fuck were you doing? And he's like, what? Because he was speaking like, I don't know what language he was speaking, but he was speaking he goes, oh, I was on the phone. And Rated lost his shit, bro. Have you not seen that clip?
No, I haven't.
Oh my, I would too.
Somebody get the clip, bro, please.
It was genuinely one of the funny, and he goes, because we were having this discussion, and we were like, what happened to Rated team? Like, they've been falling off. And Rated goes, look at my tweet. This is why. And he's like, can't try. And it was literally just his teammate, not muted. First of all, he shouldn't even be on the phone, but he was not muted, talking on the phone while fighting a gunfight, bro. I think they ended up winning the gunfight. Let me see if I can find it, bro.
I'm pulling up his Twitter.
Yeah,
bro.
see if
So
you can find
they
it.
got 6th in the last chance qualifier.
It's
Him,
insane.
Prospect, Myapo. Rated got 11 kills. Prospect got 11 kills. Myapo got 19. And their placements weren't bad. They got 1st place, 11th place, 18th place, 26th, and 30th. I mean, for rated to IGL, you would expect more games inside the top 20. But I mean, 3 out of 5 games inside the top 20. Only one game inside the top 10.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm curious what you found it?
No, I did it. I found the other one of Myapo saying, "I've got the high ground." And like Raid's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I got high ground," and then he just gets shit on.
Wait. Apparently, Believe was the one that tweeted it out. Let me see if I can
Oh,
find
no, he
it.
doesn't even die, bro. No, this clip is hilarious too. I'm actually gonna send you this. This one's so fucking funny.
Dude, chat, my boo is actually fucking hilarious, bro. It was Bob. I'm looking at Buzz tweets. I don't see it.
I sent you the high ground one. The high ground one is hilarious, bro.
All right, let me show
That
this
shit
one.
actually had me in tears.
All right, hold on. I need.
They were 1 kill off of qualifying for the
Yeah.
finals.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They were so close to qualifying, bro.
check on me,
Both
I think.
times. LCQ. They were the first team not qual.
Why is this shit
finals
so
and
bad quality?
I don't know. Just listen to it.
Oh my.
Oh, I remember this one.
Check on me, I think.
Look, chat, you can't even see it, but he's all over here.
Yeah, what are you doing? Come back. What the fuck are you
We got
doing?
high ground.
Oh my fucking god. Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Check on me, I think.
Oh fuck, bro.
Wait, play one more time.
Okay,
He said, "I got high
sorry.
ground." He said,
Like-
"What the fuck are you doing?" He said, "I got high
What are you
ground."
doing?
I had one, broke one.
What are you
He's
doing?
right here.
Just in the middle of the circle, bro.
We got high ground.
Oh my fucking god. Bro, what the fuck are you doing?
I love May, bro. Oh my god. I gotta find it somewhere. That clip, bro. I don't know where it is, but he's literally calming, and he's literally dying laughing. Dude, are you sure? Was it? But wait, I found it. I got it. I found it. Oh my god, I found it in like 2 seconds. Here, chat. This is the one. Look at May and the way he's talking.
One line, they jumped. They went in there. I have a gun. Play for blood.
What's the hip?
On the left. There's a pistol. Chow him.
Saturdays, give me on. Saturdays, give me on.
Hey. Hey, what?
Knock.
That guy's weak as hell now.
There's two. Hold on, I'm plating.
Yeah, I only have a pistol,
They'll need to survive to reach.
1-1.
bro. Oh, shit.
Live.
That's all you, bro. That's one guy.
Squad's in the safe zone.
Pushing you.
That's all you, bro. It's one guy. He's already got 2 knocks.
Dude. Oh my god.
That's all you, bro. And he's like, "Bro, dude,
Here, I got
3
plates for
kills."
you here.
He's like, "What?" Got all the
Oh, man, you just actually
Bro, I didn't realize that was a separate language. When I first, I think I like replied to it. I'm like, bro, got the Adderall mixed up with the Ambien because he was literally just like sitting there.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Who are you talking
Look. Look, watch.
Oh, someone?
Just show. Look
I
what
got
he
plates
says.
for you here.
Look what he says right here.
Oh, man, you just actually made me crack. Bro, what the fuck? Who are you just talking to?
I didn't have a gun, though.
No, that's not what I'm talking. Who are you talking to?
Oh, someone? I got you.
He said,
I'm gonna black out.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, we're already dead.
oh, bro, chat. That's okay. I'm back. That person laughing is Bud, chat. You
Yeah.
can't hear because that's Bud laughing, bro.
Guys, that wasn't me laughing.
That wasn't Ebatez laughing. That was Bud
my
in the
God.
clip laughing, bro. He said, "I'm gonna black out, bro." Oh my god. Yeah. So long story short, he was on the phone talking to somebody mid drop. That's what happened there. Anyways, bro. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Rated. They didn't qual. There's I don't know if Sage knows anything. Is May gonna continue playing?
I fucking hope so. That kid's insane.
He's actually very good.
Let's just fucking put Ray, my oppo, and Otter back again together and see what happens. Let's do it again. Let's just run it back. Fuck it.
He's taking a break right now? Okay. I mean, technically, people don't have to make rosters now. They can wait till whenever they want, right? World Series obviously just ended. It's not going to start back up until like April, right? So I get it. Okay. Who else, boys? Who else?
Yeah, Brett and Joe, have they officially said if they're playing together or not?
Yeah. What's the deal with
Brett
that?
and Joe they'll never split.
You don't think so?
You don't think?
They'll never split.
You don't think they'll ever, like, they're always going to play together, you think?
Their brands complement each other just too good. They make too much money doing other things that are just not competitive. I just don't think they'll ever split.
So what do you think that team does?
They'll just pick up somebody who's looking for invites and just do the same shit they've done every year. Just pick up somebody who's just trying to get internies and then just build with that.
Who? Damn. You actually think they won't split?
No, I don't think Joe and Brett will split.
Really?
I think they need someone. Well, of course, I don't know, because I heard two separate things. I heard one that Jace was wanting to push the team and wanting to do VOD reviews, and the other guys weren't invested. But then I also see Jace's tweet saying he wasn't passionate and didn't try this year.
I'm confused. I'm confused with that too, because I read Jace's tweet and I was kind of like, wait, what? I didn't think that this was the case for this squad. Where is it? Where did he tweet out?
I think Jace has taken a lot of accountability, even though I will say, I think, again, I talked about this last time on the pod, so I'll say it again. I think Skull and Jace experienced very similar experiences with Joe and Bread, where they felt like they had to beg or ask Joe and Bread, hey, can we please do scrims? Can we please watch VODs? Can we please do this?
Who said this?
Joe and Bread are just incredibly busy people. They got a lot going on. They genuinely just have a lot going on. And I don't think competing is worth their time. It's not. If I was Joe or Bread, I would not compete at all. I'd be going, just getting on streaming, doing my content and enjoying life. I simply would not be doing competitive because they don't need it. And I think that there's just a huge disconnect there, because I think Bread, and that's kind of what let me go back to like kind of what I was saying too, like where even Bread's reaction when they like lost on LAN, I think it was like very just like, hey, GG's guys, it is what it is. Like we did what we could. I guarantee if you showed Jace's face, it was not the same reaction. And I'm saying that because I think to Jace, I think all he has is competing. And when you fail in this, that's it. You felt like the whole year was a fail. But for Joe and Bread, when they didn't do well at LAN, it's like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. Like, but I do think that Skull and Jace experienced very similar things where they felt like Joe and Brett are just incredibly busy people, and the time to be the best competitively, regardless of how talented Joe and Brett are, if you're not putting in the time, it's just you're not going to do well. You're not going to succeed. And I think Jace experienced that as well as Skull. And at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
But I'm curious, from the behind the scenes, was Jace trying to push the team, or were they on the same page of like?
Well, yes. I'm just confused. Why did Jace tweet this? Because in my eyes, Jace never ever felt like he wasn't trying, right? Like, what did you hear? He said, let me see, it really was, I accomplished something. I can admit that. I feel like the last few months, my passion, the last few months, my bad for Warzone will be announced, but I never let that happen again. It was disappointing and embarrassing to see my performance in the recent tournaments. And since I prefer that because I personally didn't put in the time. But why did he say that I personally didn't put in time, when at least I felt like I saw him play in every single tournament?
He's just taking accountability. He's not trying to put it on Joe and Bread. That's just not the type of guy he is. But I do know that Jace wanted to scrim, wanted to watch VODs, wanted to do A, B, C, and D. And like I said, this is not a diss against Joe and Bread. I think everybody wishes we were there in their position to just be like, hey, we can just do content, whatever, and just try to show up to the tourney and succeed. But at the end of the day, all Jace had is competing. And if he didn't succeed, he's not going to, it was a fail. It was a total fail. And so I do know that Jace wanted to do the work, but it's hard. You're not going to sit here and say, hey, like, please, guys, can we please get in court every single night? And like I'm begging you, please. I know your time is valuable, but please, can we like watch VODs? Can we scrim? Can we do this? And it's like, to Joe and Brett, I think their time is just spent better elsewhere, which I agree with. I think, dude, if I was Brett, I'd be doing nuke runs and everything else content. Like, content is so important. And it should be way more important than competitive to anybody. But at the end of the day, like I said, Jace, all he has is competitive. And I guarantee you, that day when SSD won that game, if you go look at Jace's VOD and you look at his face and you go look at Bread's face or his reaction when they lost, I guarantee you those two are completely separate reactions.
So I'll agree with you on everything you said up to that point, because I competed with Bread.
Yeah.
And he's just positive and he's professional.
Right.
Inside, I guarantee you he's stewing. I've been in tournaments with him where he played bad, or I played bad, or we got shit on, or we dominated. And I messaged in your guys' chat last time you talked about this. Bread, if he wins or he loses, it will be with positivity and grace.
Right.
If he dominated that tournament, he won't grab the mic and pull a Shifty and be like, yo, you guys are fucking ass.
I agree.
Right? He'd be like, yo, man, I'm just super glad to be here. Thank you so much for the fans. I'm really proud of my boys. I love them so much. Yeah. And he'll say the same thing in a loss.
No, he's very respectful. I get where you're coming from. I get the angle.
But at the same time, like, I understand where they feel like scrims were a joke because people did play reckless in those scrims. But I just didn't like that roster to begin with, like, period. Joe's already a quiet player who can sometimes, not always, be a scammer. For me, Jace is an incredibly talented player, but like a notorious scammer. Like, he's a walking blood on the map. I love you, Jace, but prove me wrong, please.
Yeah.
And so then you need Bread to be Superman IGL, like rated level, Hisoka level, like ultra type A, looking at his mini map. What the fuck are you doing? Get over here.
Right.
And he's not that guy. And so while I do think Joe and Bread could compete together, because obviously we know Jace is now going to compete with
Raul
and Nate.
Right.
They need someone who push both of them out of their comfort zone, because I don't think Joe or Bread push each other. I think they both want to win. No one is going to compete and put your pride and ego on the line, because I know Joe hates his comment section. He hates his Twitch chat, calling him a cheater on land, calling him a failure on land, and he's had hot and he's had cold. But like, going into this tournament, that team sucked no matter what because of the roles and the players they were. Bread was not the IGL for that squad.
I think I agree. Like, Joe and them don't want to see those comments, and I think they understand doing bad on at these events is going to hurt their brand. But that's like where I'm like, it just felt so 1 foot out, 1 foot in this year with those guys. It just felt so one foot out, 1 foot in, and they expected to still do well because they've done it every year. They're just like, oh, we just show up and we do our thing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, at the end of the day, bro, if you're not gonna take this seriously, which again, dude, if I was Joe or Bread, I wouldn't play a single tournament. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I wouldn't. I just simply wouldn't. But
neither would Swag.
You got to be 1 foot in, you got to be both feet in or both feet out. It's like, I don't like the half, the half and half. It just feels like just a lack of, I don't know. Like I said, for Jace, this is all that mattered to him, was competing. And for Bread and Joe, it's like, at the end of the day, it doesn't mean as much, which it's tough putting anybody in there. I feel like somebody like Skull even joining them, Skull, Shifty and Soak will probably vouch for that. He's a very grindy, hard worker, off stream, put in the VOD work, whatever. And if Skull can even get them to do that, it's just gonna be hard to get anybody to make them to do it. I don't know.
So, okay, my question is, okay, those two stay together, right? I don't think it's bad that they're competing, right? Obviously, you have your points, Ebatez, as far as them feeling like they have something to look like, to, if they fall, to fall back on, right?
And that, which is totally fine. I just wish that it felt like when it came to competing, I wish they had the mentality that like they, almost as if they didn't have anything to fall back on. It should mean like, if they could convince themselves that this was all that mattered at that moment, then I think it'd be different. I
definitely think you could do both. Like, my eyes, like, bro, like if it's just for that season, you don't even have to scrim every day. Scrims would last 4 hours, right? Like there's a lot more hours in the day to do what you need to do, right? Like, you get on for nuke runs and then play scrims after, and like at least your stream would know, hey, for this season, right, this is what I'm doing for this, leading up to this, maybe every other day, whatever, right? Like, you can find balance. I mean, I feel like Chris found pretty good balance. I do think Adrian not wanting to play a lot, kind of, but I mean, Diaz found balance. Like, that guy, at the end of the day, he gets on to play ranked, he'll make more money, maybe arguably because they keep winning tournaments, but like, right? So Aiden,
That's what I'm saying.
Good one,
Aiden, Huskers, Biffle, like Destroy, like those are all guys. Obviously, they have their content stuff going on, and I guarantee you they gave a different reaction when, when things just went south. It wasn't just like, it is what it is. We did what we could. I guarantee those guys were like visibly upset. Obviously, Brett is like the nicest guy ever. He's not going to show whenever he's mad or upset, but it just felt like a different mentality to me.
So how can those two, let's say if they're a team of two going into the next year, obviously we know that they are. They're a team of two. What do they do to make themselves better? Because you're right, Brett is not going to be the person that's like yelling in your face, like do this, do this. Do you think Brett needs to be more vocal and be a true IGL? Or would you want somebody like Joe to be like, hey, Joe steps up and he becomes a true IGL and have it, what's his name,
Joe would
co-IGL?
never be IGL. Joe would absolutely never be IGL.
Brett needs to be the type A type of like, he's the IGL. He is the IGL. Because I think Brett's probably one of the smartest brains in the game. I just think that they need to find somebody that, like Isaac said, will push them and kind of keep some kind of accountability as far as like, hey, we're kind of falling behind as a team. We need to do this to get better.
Bro, it was so weird watching their VODs. And especially there were moments where Brett was dead and Jace and Joe were alive. So Brett has nothing but to focus on being an IGL. If you're dead as an IGL, you can be almost more valuable to your team than when you're alive because you get full big picture. You have both POVs. You have nothing to focus on but leading and organizing your team. And Brett would see these rotations and these flanks happening for minutes at a time, and he'd be like, "No, I think you guys should like get into that building. That they're gonna hit your flank." Joe, you need to watch. You need to watch behind. And the mini map arrows wouldn't move, and you could see Brett like visibly be like, fuck, something bad's about to happen. I called it. It needs to be like, grab the fucking mic, reach over and shake him, get inside that fucking building. Like, if he knows the calls, which is weird because they've been gaming together. Like, Joe and Brett have been gaming together for years. They should have that trust, that brother, like, camaraderie where it's like, hey, fucker, listen to me. And I don't know what happened.
Brett's one of the smartest people in the game, bro. He's actually a talent.
So you just think that Brett just next year, regardless of if he stays with Joe or not, Brett just needs to be more vocal, like
the
be
team
more
felt
assertive.
Very uncomfortable, and I don't think Brett was very confident this year because I don't think he, like I said, I just don't think he cared enough. I just don't think he cared, and that's where oh man, I think Brett and Joe could easily be back at the top if they just found a sense of urgency of like, hey, if we're going to compete, let's be great. Let's go be great again. Because they really could be great. I actually think those guys could be great. I just don't think they had that sense of urgency this year to like go and out and be great. Because I just think they expected, we got 6 last year at LAN, just showing up and doing our thing. Like, we're great players and let's just let it happen again. But it just didn't happen again.
I mean, last year was Brett with a signal. That's an anomaly. I'm sorry. Like, they needed amazing coordination to break teams. And the top fraggers of that team should have been Jace and Joe hitting shit out together. And I could be biased. I don't think I think Brett should be an anchor and a support IGL. I don't think he can be a hard IGL. I don't think he will ever reach the levels of Soka. I don't think he will ever reach the intensities of Shifty, and that's okay. But like, I think whenever they paired up with FIFA and Caldera, that made sense. I think whenever they paired up with Skullface in the beginning of this year, that made sense. But Brett coming out of Verdansk was seen as this exponential rise, S-tier talent. He is going to be the god of Warzone comp.
He literally is. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Brett's a generational talent. That guy's insane.
Insane. But I don't think he's pushed or been pushed or pushed himself. And I'll say that because I've competed with him.
Yeah.
I know Brett better than anyone in the scene.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he doesn't want it, that's fine. If he doesn't want it, that's fine.
Exactly.
He needs to be happy.
That's what I'm saying. If he doesn't want it, that's fine. But I just wish that like it's either you're fully in or you're fully out. Because like I think Brett could honestly, it feels like such a waste of talent because he's genuinely one of the best, bro. I know so many players in the scene that look up to that guy. He is genuinely such a smart, unique talent that Warzone has, and it doesn't feel fully utilized because I don't think he cares as much as the rest, which is totally fine. But it just hurts to see them do so poorly, and it's like we're like making excuses for it. And it's like I just genuinely think they just don't care as much as the rest, which is totally fine. But it feels like 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Like I said, I sound like a broken record, but it's just.
Do you think it's they don't care because they just don't have the pride and ego in it, or
no, I think
they don't care because if they show that they care and they try really hard and they put themselves out there and then they fail, that's more embarrassing. Because it's more embarrassing to say you gave it your all and you got shit on.
I get it.
Than to be like, it was just kind of half-assed and it.
I don't think that's how it is. I don't think they're like.
No?
I don't think they're just like not trying just to be like, oh, like we try, like we just played and we showed up and we tried to do well, we didn't. Or they're like, we didn't give a fuck and we showed up, we didn't play scrims, we got top 5. Like, I don't think they do it for that. I just think their time is just better spent elsewhere, honestly. I know they're just doing other things. They're doing great things, you know?
Yeah.
It's just...
We can't say for sure. I think only they would know, and I would love to see if they came back. They came back on a fucking vengeance tour this year.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I would love that.
So who's the third that they should pick up then? Knowing what we all know about them, who is that third that could complement them? Hear me out. And if let's say Isaac, if you join them, right? You guys are all 3 content creators. You all 3 know the way it is. Would that be a team that you think could do good? Because you guys all have the same, technically, I mean, you guys have played together, right? You 3?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would join them, but only if they had the same understanding that I had. And if that means that we're doing VOD reviews on stream as content and the whole world sees our process, like, I would be down for that. But I told you at the beginning, and I told you, in our text messages together, like, I'm only playing comp if I'm playing to win. I'm not touching the comp scene unless I'm with 2 disciplined players who want to go through the process. Like, I'm not half-assing this shit. I respect what it takes to win. And if you're not playing to win, fuck out of here. I love you guys. Have fun. Like, dabble in comp. Like, I will find someone else or I won't play at all. I'm like them. I can make my money on YouTube and streams, and I'm doing it because I have passion.
I think they should play with the creator, another creator. I think like Destroy, Isaac, or somebody would be really good. I like Destroy with that roster, honestly, bro.
Destroy with them?
Yep. Keeps
But Destroy would be, yeah. Yo, Husky.
They need an alpha. They need someone that makes sure Joe doesn't go a little bit rogue and that can make hard calls whenever Brad gets quiet.
I think a content creator would be
They can't have another quiet player. They will fail 100%.
Speaking of a content creator, what's good, Husky? What's good, man?
I'm not a content creator. I'm a pro player. What the hell?
Hey,
I'll never classify me as that again.
Are you turning on camera? If not, it's cool. I have you.
Yeah, let me see if I can.
All right. What's good, man? What's good, Husky? How you doing today, bro?
Just chilling, playing pubs.
Okay, talk to me, brother. As you set up the camera, right? Apparently, your whole squad split. That's the word on the street.
Yeah. I mean, I told them both afterward that I didn't say I was not going to team with them again, but I said I definitely wanted to like explore my options because I don't know, I think we did a lot better than people expected us to.
100%.
But I mean, also like 10th place, like at least for me personally, isn't anything to be happy about.
Right.
Like I'm always shooting for way better than that. But I think now's a great time. Like even if a team did do pretty well together, I think now's a great time to look at your options. Just because when it's the beginning of a new season, there's always tons of free agents. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real too. How many rosters actually tweeted out or like were starting off the year last year that actually stayed together? Because I know you.
Not many.
You were with Tommy and Smith. There was like Soka with Almond Noobs. It was Skull, Red, and Joe. Like Frolic was with like Locksteel or some shit. I don't even know. Like
they made some dope graphics though. There were some really cool graphics.
Fire announcements. There were some fire announcements. I can't lie.
Where'd he go?
Yeah.
I think he took off.
So what are you feeling this year, Husk?
I actually think he got off. Oh, there you go.
No, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure out.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Lighting looks nice.
God, I need to clean my room.
I gotta switch you. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So, what do you talk to me, Husk? What do you think about this year? Like next year, who do you want?
Who do I want to play with?
Yeah.
You could pick right now amongst the field.
Come on, man. Make it interesting. Make it interesting. Come on.
I don't want to just throw names out there willy-nilly.
Why not? That's what this is for.
I mean, I wanted to play with Ed, but he already found a new team. So.
Oh shit! Ed already found a new team.
Wait, who's this squad? Hold on.
No, I ain't leaking, bro. He told me in confidence.
We already. To be fair, everybody already has been saying it.
Donkey Sage.
Donkey Sage, fucking. Not me. I didn't say it, but
I want to see Scummin' on National and Huskers. Run it back, baby. Run it back.
Husk, what do you think? Is that okay? Who is your dream team?
I mean, I feel like my best role is kind of as like a IGL, and I don't know, dude. Like, because even this year, I kind of like played more aggressive than I thought I would, and it was like working out.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, I'm at like a disadvantage if I'm forcing like extremely close range fights, but I don't know. I mean, I want my. I'm definitely like want to be on a team with two people who like both have really good gun skill and like just game IQ individually, but also like Isaac was saying earlier, are like disciplined enough to where like, for instance, if we're in like a tourney and like one of them only has like 1 or 2 kills like 4 games in a row, but like we're doing really well, like that's not gonna like trigger them, you know? Like I don't want them to be like kill hungry teammates.
Right.
So I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of really good players out there.
So no, you're not gonna give us any hints on the trio that you want only noobs, but
I don't know. I mean, her seems pretty good.
Hold on.
I feel like Racine's got like one of the best gunnies in the game if he's like super locked, and I feel like to get the most out of him, someone has to like be able to like know when to like rein him in and know when to like send him out and all of that, which I feel like I'd be really good at. But
Are you trying to hard IGL this year?
Not hard IGL, but I definitely can, play that role or contribute to IGLing like I did this year.
Okay. All right. Blast, I don't know if you're in here, man, but you know somebody wants you. Look, these discussions are great. I like, we've asked Blast this. We've asked a bunch of people in the chat who their teams were. And if you're saying maybe, would you be confident with you, Blast, noobs?
Yeah. Why are you saying noobs, though? He's on another team already.
Well, I'm just saying, you never know, right? That team could fall through. You don't know.
They just get shit on, imagine.
They get shit on first. They could get shit on first tournament back Thursday.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, that'd be good. Because, like, Ed, I feel like Ed kind of, like, helps IGL and makes really good calls, too. Because he was saying that, like, in the World Series, he was kind of, like, IGLing in a sense, like, telling his teammates what to do. And
Ed's an orchestrator. He'll set up fights. He'll give info. He's not really a rotation caller. That's what I've noticed about him.
Yeah. See, I'm like really good at the rotation calls. I feel like that was like my main role of like this previous year, because like that's kind of what I was doing. And then once we were like super end game, like 6 zone, like Jackal mainly would take over and call those like end game fights. But yeah, a lot of the times I was the one that like really helped us. Like I like made sure we were always in a great position, like 3rd zone fire sale. We had like enough money for like 2 advanced UEs and shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, look, bro.
You did make some really heads up. Like, it would bother me so much because I'm like, Huskers is like the battle royale GOAT. Like, you've been doing this shit for like longer than anybody. And you would pop an advanced UAV and you would see the path. And then you would start asking questions. We're like, do you think we should go this way? Like, do you think we should like wrap here? Or like, the fucking answer, Husk. Like, say it. Like, take your team. And
Get him, Isaac.
That happened at one point where I was kind of like questioning them, like, should we go here? And then eventually we decided, we were like, I'm just going to be more confident, be like, we're going here now. Yeah. And I think it like worked out.
So side note for your team, right? What did you guys change leading up into the last couple of days or World Series? Because obviously online you guys are getting smoked. Like, what did you switch up when you guys went to LAN? Because obviously you guys did play better.
Well, to be fair, the like week or 2 leading up to it, we were getting like contested resort by teams that weren't even in World Series. So like, I feel like that had a pretty big impact. But I don't know. I really I was really vocal about how I thought that World Series was going to play way different from like the scrims and the smaller online tourneys. Like I was convinced that the lobbies were going to be like way healthier, like 90, 100 people live, 4th zone, 5th zone. And then in the actual World Series, it actually played pretty similar to the scrims and the online tourneys.
I was telling y'all don't believe me, bro.
No, yeah. So I was kind of wrong about that. But then that's where like we adjusted for day 2. Like day 1, I was like making sure that we would be set up like center zone, like end game. But like it wasn't really working out because like the lobbies were dying off super quickly and we weren't having a lot of kills like early game. So then I was like, oh shit, this is actually playing like scrims. So we need to play more aggro, like early game, and kind of get these kills early on. And so that's what we did for day 2. And then that's why we had like those 3 games back to back, like the first, fourth with like pretty good kills, because we were just playing aggro and playing confident, and I wasn't like worrying so much about being like centered zone 5.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah. I mean, that was a conversation that we definitely all discussed, and I think a lot of people thought it was going to play out. But I generally thought, yeah, people will play a little bit slower. But I don't think I think match point definitely changed the way the game is played. In my opinion, I think it's like it's a race to 150. It's a race to 150, and then after that, then you slow it down, right? But going forward, I don't know. I do think that these scrims play a little bit closer than what people actually think. And I mean, we saw that firsthand, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Boys, any questions from my man Husky Wusky?
Oh, no questions. Curious to see what the plan is. I don't know, man. We'll have to wait, I guess. You're not gonna know no leaks or.
Yeah, he's being real quiet, man. He's not giving us nothing.
I genuinely don't like have anything lined up. Like I'm still like open to seeing like who's available and who's like interested in teaming. Like I don't want to like hit people up if they have literally no interest in teaming with me or think that I'm like dog shit. So
yeah.
Hey,
What was the culture like?
I'll definitely reach out to people that I have interest in, but if they don't show any interest, I'm not gonna like bother pursuing that. So.
How are you guys preparing for World Series of Warzone? Were you like grinding VOD review together? Like give some insight on that, on like, because I think this whole next year, I think finally, hopefully, I don't want to look back at this in 6 months and be wrong, the professionalism is hopefully going to be there heading into the next year. Like, do you feel like you're one of those guys that can put his foot down and be like, fuck yeah, I'm that teammate that you want. I put in the work.
Yeah, no, I mean, I made sure that we were playing like as many scrims and like all the tourneys as possible. Because, I mean, just for an example, like we all know Brad was pretty vocal about thinking that scrims weren't worthwhile at all, and like his team barely ever played scrims, and I feel like that kind of backfired for their team. But yeah, no, we played as much scrims as we could, and I even like there were a lot of times where like Brolic, for instance, would wake up like literally 15 minutes before tourney would start, and me and Jackal like told him like, you can't be doing that. Like I was making sure that my teammates were fully awake like 2 hours before the tourney started, and like on the game like 45 minutes to an hour before it started to warm up, because I think that's important. Like everyone should be playing the scrimmages like as serious as they can.
Right.
So yeah, like I'll definitely be, for this next year, I'll be grinding as much as I was this year and practicing as much. And yeah, we did VOD reviews as well. I think we could have VOD reviewed more, but we definitely spent like a decent amount of time doing it. And we were just kind of like, we're just gonna Discord call like maybe before a tourney or before scrim and go over like the previous scrim or tourney and just look at what we were doing wrong in certain games, and then try to learn from that and apply it towards the future games.
I guess speaking on next year, right? Do you think that the aim assist nerf is enough to say that you're getting a buff next year?
No, not the one that they already put out, like the 0 to 2.8 meters or whatever. I mean, yeah, sure, it'll help in 1 in every 25 gunfights I get into, but well, I don't know. Maybe for competitive, it might help a little more than that. It just depends, like how often I'm running into gunfights where I'm like sliding into someone's face.
I don't think it's gonna be often.
But yeah, again, like
smokes. Like I don't think people are gonna be getting in each other's faces.
Yeah, so
you think so?
I don't think it really makes. I don't think it'll make a significant difference. Like I don't think like mouse key players are suddenly gonna be way better.
If stims are crazy, then yeah, I could see it, but I don't.
Okay, so was there any changes to aim assist long or medium range? Because in my eyes, Warzone 1 I think was like perfect. Like I want to say perfect. You could nerf it even more than that. But like I definitely feel like Warzone 1 aim assist is very different than the aim assist we have now. Like
yeah, no, I agree. Like I'm with you. Like I do agree that I think aim assist even in Warzone 1, like Verdansk Condare was like a little too strong and could have used like a little bit of nerf, but it wasn't until Warzone 2, like MW2, where there was a significant difference. And I don't even know if it was just from aim assist itself, but it was just the combo of that along with all the crosshair bobbing and like the visual clutter and bullshit.
Yeah.
That just like if you take all of that together, it just makes for a horrific experience for a mouse key player.
Yeah, I mean, I hope this next year we get a buff to all keyboard and mouse players. Who knows what the fuck's gonna happen? But I mean, Husk, appreciate you hopping on. Is there any competitor out here? If the floor is yours, that you want to be like, yo, come team with me. Floor is yours.
Shit. Let me think. I love my boy Smitty. He's always a demon. I don't know if he's sticking with the same team, but
okay.
I enjoyed teaming with him when it was me, Tom, and Smith, and I really wanted to stay with him after Tom kind of like left, but I guess it just didn't work out. But no, I mean, I don't know. There's just some people that I haven't like personally watched their gameplay much, but I know they're really good. Like I'm sure Young is really good, Nate Dogg, Destroy, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm definitely like open. I don't want to have any sort of like ego.
Yeah.
We know how that goes.
Blast said to check DMs. So Blast.
Oh, and Ben too. Like, oh man, like I've never teamed with him before. I don't think in like any tournament, but obviously everyone knows he's an insane player. So like him as well. I mean, I'd love at least to at least be able to like play a few tourneys with these people just to see how it goes, because I never have. So
well, all right, man. All right, Husky, appreciate you hopping on, man. Thank you, brother. I wish you would have given us a little bit more juicy leaks, you know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, man.
Any leaks.
Yeah. All right, Fabi, appreciate you, Husk.
All right. Peace.
Later, man. Have a good one, bro.
DMs, bro. Insane leak.
No, boys, look at this.
Insane
Ew.
leak.
Unless we're talking about the same thing.
Insane leak.
Chat, we talking about the same thing? Cloud9 card tweeted to Shifty.
Oh, shit.
Yo. Where's Shifty? Hey, Shifty's fucking giggling right now, bro. Shifty's like swinging his legs right now, laying down on his bed.
Blast, wait a minute. Hold the line. There's a chance, Blast. There's a chance. You thought it was Biffle, but it's actually Shifty.
Oh, shit. Yo, imagine the change of events. Like, to be fair, who does Cloud9 have right now?
I don't even. They have Skies and Kismet.
Look at my reply. He replied, hold on.
They have Skies, Kismet. They lost what? They lost Civ and they lost Hydra.
Oh, shit. Look what he replied.
He said, if the money's right or some shit.
I'll run that French guy.
Oh.
Damn. Damn.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Hey. Nah, on some real shit, though. Like, on some real shit. Bro, this actually could be a decent, like, a good pickup, bro. Like, no troll. If they lost their star player and they lost the face of the brand,
yeah, they lost.
You got to establish a new one. Oh, fuck.
Kismet. You think Kismet and Skies are staying on Cloud9? Play with Shifty?
I don't know. Look, at the end of the day,
option, huh?
here's what I tell Shifty. Like, if you actually wanted it, right? As I'm like, at the end of the day, it's your job to prove to these guys that you're quote unquote not just a Warzone guy. Like, it's your job. Like, right? Like, at the end of the day, CDL players just want to win. They don't give a fuck how they do it. They don't give a fuck who they team with. They just want to win. And if somebody increases their chances, it's the same way for Warzone as well. It doesn't matter if you're nobody. If you're good at the game, you will get picked up, right? Like,
I think if Shifty retired, or let's say Shifty goes to CDL, I think Biffle retires. I
yeah.
don't think Biffle stays with Soka.
Wait, I think you're actually right, though.
I think Shifty's the glue.
I actually think you're right, though. Like, no troll. If Shifty was to leave, like, on some real shit, I think Diaz will leave too.
Cloud9's like, hey, Shifty, here's 500K, come play for us. I think Biffle's like, yeah, I'm out.
I actually think you're right. Like, no troll. Oh my god.
Then what happens? Then Soka goes what? Goes plays with like Blast and Almond or some shit.
Or they could pick up Donkey.
Or Skull and Almond. Or fucking Skull and I don't even fucking know.
Dongy, what if Dongy Diaz Soka? Shifty. I'll take Soka with me.
He's the water boy, bro. Soka's the water boy.
Oh shit! Again, if there's CDL guys watching this, I know you guys hate Warzone. You guys, I'll tell you this right now. This would be so good for your scene. The amount of influx of viewers would be fucking amazing. Just think like a businessman. Think like a businessman. it would be unreal. Obviously, we know that's 95% clickbait, right? It's hilarious. Which their marketing team, W. I just fell to my knees. Blast is so checked. You're so checked, bro. Oh man, bro. Hey. Anyways, man, but boys, I don't know. There's so many possible teams. I did see. Did you guys see that? Here, let me bring it up. I guess there. Brax is back to playing with Trick.
With Trick.
Did you see this?
Trick and Alb, apparently.
Oh, so Brax, Trick, and Alb?
Yeah, allegedly. So I don't know what happens to Juju, and I don't know. I don't know if he's.
Well, they were already split before that.
Juju? I don't know about Juju. Did he already tweet?
Mm-hmm. They all three went separate.
I didn't know that.
I was farting like crazy. Wait, that's a random ass roster. I ain't going cap.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I think Alb's really good. I just think he's got issues throughout the year that he's kind of just up and down. He's either really great or he's really bad, and you have to like bring him out of a hole and convince him to get back on the game. And it's just off game issues with Alb that I just don't like, because he's really good, and Alb knows I know how good he is.
Sim, is that confirmed, Sim? Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know.
I wanted to see if that was confirmed for.
Oh, Juki's AJ Vision. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's confirmed.
Juki's AJ Vision.
They replied to a tweet saying that they wanted a spot.
That they're together.
Juki said, "Yo, me and Vision and AJ are looking for a spot for, I think, some kind of tournament. I think the Warzone Total Frenzy."
Okay, all right. Wait, I didn't fucking know this. I
think that team's terrible.
Terrible. Tell me why.
I think all three of those guys are probably like top in EU, but I just think AJ and Juki's play the same role, and I think they're just gonna go fucking rogue. I'm telling you, that team's gonna get a lot of kills and die really early. Because also Vision's he's like a frag IGL role. Like, he also gets kills, but he also IGLs. I don't know.
Echo said
they're not winning a match point.
Echo said they ain't winning a match point, to be honest. So they're just 3 Slayers together?
Just 3 Slayers.
Could that work though? Like, genuinely, could it work?
Not with Juki's.
Okay, does Juki's respect AJ and Vision enough to listen to the calls?
Yes, I think so.
You think they do?
Until he doesn't.
I think he does. Until he doesn't, exactly. He does until he doesn't.
He respected FIFA until he didn't. Like I think Juki's needs to lead a team, and it's the moment the trust, there's doubt, there's a lack of respect. And they start. One person makes a call, but actually my call's better, so I'm gonna go, and you need to follow me, and then they're split, and they're fucking dead.
Respecting and listening is like, I don't know. I think he respects Vision, but will he listen all the time? Probably not.
Jama said Juki's loves Vision. I think that's what Juki's needs to team with somebody that he genuinely loves. The way that, like,
yeah, he said that he was like, after World Series or whatever, he said Vision's like one of the best IGLs he's ever played with, yada yada yada, and then they left him.
Damn. I don't know, boys. I'll tell you this right now. There is a lot of discussion to be had this next week. Like, the teams that we're about to see during Pullze Check Palooza is about to be fucking wild.
Yeah. It could get wicked.
Wait, so where's Super Evan going? If Trick left?
Who the fuck knows?
Trick is like an Adrian for me. Trick is like a great IGL's best friend. So much info. He was calling so many rotations for Ev. He was like, he enabled Ev to be a great IGL.
The Wolf.
Wait, you're right.
Where the hell is he going?
I don't know. Or Otter or May or who the fuck knows?
Otter was really quiet. I was surprised. He was super, super quiet.
I kind of expected that though. Yeah, where the fuck does Ev go? Who does Evan play with? That's a fucking good question. I'm gonna have to text him tonight. That's a great question. Oh shit, boys! I don't know what teams can be made. Right? I genuinely don't know who can be at the top. I do think that these teams, the margin of how good teams are is going to drastically improve depending on how much work ethic they have and how much they can put into this next year. And if they don't, shit's not going to change. I think it's just going to depend on that, man. Who are 3 players who are good but have incredible work ethic that could get together. Now, after that, I don't know, right? You could argue that Noobs, Almond, and Skull they're going to come back with a chip on their shoulders. And I feel like all three of them, at least on paper,
as individuals.
Individuals, yeah, individuals.
I know how hard fucking Skull works. I know how hard that guy works. I have no doubt that whatever roster he's on, he's going to put in the time.
I do think all three of them are going to split, obviously, and they're going to work their asses off, right? Yeah. So if the rumor is true of Dongi, Sage, and him, I think that team could work just due to pure work ethic. Pure work ethic on that team, that could be a good team. Now, before we wrap up Destroy, where does Destroy go? Because now Destroy's a free agent.
He either goes plays with Joe and Brett, or he gets with Husk, or I don't know.
Look at Allman.
I don't think we have a. I don't think we. Wait, what do you say? All three?
All three. What do you mean all three? I think all three of y'all, not together, but all three of y'all make your own rosters, and you guys are gonna have a chip on your shoulder because you guys didn't qual.
I think he's hinting at something. I think he's hinting at something.
What is he hinting
at?
Him
and Skull are staying together.
Did
all three?
Him, Skull,
and
plus one.
Z-Laner's coming back.
Is he actually?
Blast.
I've heard that nonstop the last few days. Confirm it in iChat.
Did Z actually say that? Like, did he actually confirm he's coming back?
I fucking hope so.
Allman, Skull, Blast. That would actually be a good squad.
It's not bad. Not bad at all.
Okay, so Z-Laner is. So I'm assuming it'll be Destroy Z.
EZ.
No, DBZ.
No, it's not happening. I think Destroy. I could see actually Destroy Evan and Z. Fuck it.
Destroy Evan and Z?
Little Verdance. Get the Verdance dog back in there.
Who did they team with after they dropped Belk? Destroy and Z. Or did it just blow up after Amazra and they haven't competed since?
I'm pretty sure it was Raul.
Yeah, it was.
Wait. Jesus. Okay, so then who would that even, like, the thing is, who's their IGL right now? Like, Destroy's a role player, and I feel like Z-Lane is a role player. I feel like they both play the same role.
He's like a fragger. At least he used to be.
I don't think now his fragger's the main role. I think he is a role player. He's like the glue in a team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the same role that Z-Laner plays as well, though. So who joins them?
I don't fucking know. Honestly, dude, how much like new talent do we have coming up too?
That's a thing, bro. We don't
have that many new talent coming up.
Criminal God, but I think he's from like Brazil or something.
He's Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico, okay. So there's Criminal God. I mean, that's the only rookie that I've heard as of recently that's like considered
like, bro, you don't want to
really
put
good.
like three, like you don't want to put three old heads like on a team, bro. I'm just sorry, it's just not gonna work.
Who's old?
How many times do you watch SSD?
I'm fucking old. Like Hector, you're old. Isaac's old. We're all fucking old. Joe's old. Like we're like fucking old, man.
When you watch these teams that are winning, how many times when you were watching Aiden, DJ Smith, because they were playing really good fundamental Warzone, SSD, how many times are you watching them and they're like, oh my God, he just fucking world starred them. Oh my God, did you see those shots? It's no, they are clinically fucking breaking down teams. They're positioned, they have delegated lanes, they're rotating together, they're looking at the mini map, making sure no one's getting split. If they are getting split, they reel them back in, they get their trades. None of this shit is popping 80 MGs and shooting like you're 18. None of it.
Are you talking about Shifty and Biffle?
Yes.
Biffle doesn't lose a one. That fucker's just 21 years old shooting like
he's hardly ever in a one.
Oh no, dude, Isaac, it's so different. That fucker's shooting.
Are you watching the same game I am? How dominant was Biffle before Soka?
Go watch Dongi.
How dominant was Biffle? He's been the GOAT since Verdansk.
He don't know.
What was he winning without Soka? Outside of 2v2s, because you're solo split doing your thing. If you're good at 2v2s, that doesn't mean you're good at customs. What was he winning without Soka's IGL or Shifty's IGL last year in the custom scene?
Who?
Biffle.
Oh, come on.
Oh, but he wins his ones. He wins his ones.
All right, to be fair, they were playing with the Go Clan for a little bit. Like, it was just a weird roster put together.
Okay, what about all the years of Super Evan, the GOAT IGL? He should have been winning customs.
He's Hemi.
Did they win customs?
What about you, Repullze? Like you were, you know.
Am I faded?
You're an old man.
Hey, we got
You guys are
second.
getting, like second together.
We got second every tournament. Come on.
Because of Cam and discipline. No one's walking around saying, "Oh my God, you see how straight Repullze was shooting?" No, Repullze played his fucking life. He was disciplined. He gave great information. Gave all the things that Ev needed so they could rotate together. Like, you guys won not because of Biffle winning a whole bunch of fucking 1v3s.
I'm telling you, you put 3 old heads on a team, they're getting slammed.
I'm not saying it has to be 3 old heads, but I'm just saying you guys are sucking off their gun skill. With
You guys,
other team,
I'm
you can
spectating
look
this argument.
at their VODs and be like, "You're split, you're about to die," and then they fucking die. It is discipline.
He's seeing red.
Oh my God, this is why this scene remains the fucking same, and SSD is laughing at y'all, raking in all the money.
Bro, that's cap.
I didn't even chat. What y'all on me for? I didn't even talk.
That's cap.
What you on my dick for? Wait,
Y'all watch
so
from the
what's
Pullze Check POV. You catch the fucking highlights. You don't see these teams rotating late, not maximizing util, not taking advantage of fire sale. They are in fucking shambles. You see the highlights, and you don't know why these teams are breaking down. And that's why, because this entire scene who isn't responsible enough to make a fucking YouTube video, you think they're responsible enough to sit down and review their VOD and be like, "Yo, I fucked up there. We need to play more discipline next time." No,
I'm not saying
and that's why they
Wait,
get
what's
shit
the
on.
argument
because they
here? What's
expect
the
they're gonna pick up
argument?
A random teammate, and that's going to solve all their problems.
Like to a different extent.
Yeah, what's the argument? I'm lost now.
One of the least, not the least important things as far as a team, but it's not as important as people think. I do agree. Gun skill's not, but there are times where you just win your ones and it saves you a game. There's just,
of course.
Yeah.
You can't pick up a bot. Like, you're not going to pick up an iron or respectfully like an OP marked and beat SSD. You're not.
Yeah.
They're brilliant, but like,
guys,
dude, these teams like, oh
Stray
my
of the
God, they
century.
play so fucking sloppy, and then they think that SSD is gods on earth, and it's so fucking simple.
Damn! I like it, man. I like it. God, see, chat. So what Isaac is saying, that these fuckers just got to play fundamental COD.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying. That's the argument Isaac's trying to make here. Is that a lot of these guys, which to be fair, I've been saying this for a while. So we said in the last podcast, what did I intro the podcast with? I said, I'm going to start off by saying that some of these competitors don't even know how to play fucking Warzone. I agree with what Isaac's saying. But at the same time, I will say Ebatez is right when he says gun skill is very important, because I do think Diaz, they get away, and I've heard Shifty say it so many times, like, bro, we get away with so much shit just because we're good. Like, we get away with things just because we're good. And in turn, that makes Isaac's point right, because they do play sloppy sometimes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I think we were saying the same thing, just kind of like on two different ends.
Right. But like when SSD reviews that VOD, it's not like, "Oh, I shit on that guy, let me post that Twitter clip." It's, why the fuck was I in that position in the first place?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I'm curious to hear Shifty's POV on all this, man. Shifty's in the chat. Shifty, you know what I'm saying? If you want to come in the Discord call, you know what I'm saying?
Shifty wants me to shut up, bro.
Oh, man, bro. No, I mean, guys, I at the end of the day, it's true. Like, we've seen how many times, how many people suck. Even though your guys' favorite content creators are like, oh my God, they're the best in the world. They're so talented, but they just don't know how to play fundamental COD, and they suck. And I feel like we know this. This has been so many times. Like, bro, we've said it so many times in customs. Customs is very different than kill races. Like, bro, you have to know how to play Warzone. Like, at the end of the day, you have to know how to play Warzone. And it's baffling how many people I watch still don't know the fundamentals of fucking Warzone. Like, there's a reason why some of these guys are incredible against bots, because it doesn't require brain. It doesn't require brain. But then when it comes to in customs, where you actually got to think, y'all suck. Like, bro, like, you don't have to be the straightest shooter in the world, right? Like, you don't, like, you just got to understand it. You got to get it. But the reason why Falcons are good is because they have incredible gun skill and they get it. You know what I'm saying? Here, let me drag Shifty in here.
Bro,
Hello.
Y'all clowning on me. But I played in 10 random ass tourneys this year as a random pickup and averaged 3.8th place.
Damn,
with
Chad.
random teams, no chemistry, no grinding. It is literally fundamental COD.
He on y'all's neck, Chad. He's on y'all's neck.
It's good.
Shifty, let's go. You have face cam on. hold on, 20.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see.
Is that a do-rag? You want a do-rag?
Can you hear us?
Nah, it's a high. It's a high. It's a high.
Can you hear us?
I hear you.
Okay, hold on. Let me put you as number 4. Change nickname.
Yeah, Isaac.
Oh, bro. We've been talking.
Got EV.
That's good. He was.
Y'all be doing y'all thing. I've been here.
His name's Equeef.
home.
His name's Equeef. Let me do this. Shifty. All right,
SSD will not
man.
win all the tournaments without backpacks. That shit's gonna go back to old BR. Oh damn, fuck. Oh my bad, I was unmuted. Shit, my bad. You hear that?
That's crazy. You know,
I
some
feel
people
like
actually
no
believe
backpack
that.
is going to hurt mouse and key players.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be less smoke gunfights.
What's up, Cloud9 Shifty?
Yo, what's good, C9 Shifty?
Talking to I died, baby. It was good.
Shifty, man, talk to me, bro. We've been kind of yapping for a little bit. This honestly was not expecting to do a pod today, and this kind of just turned into one. Yeah, I don't know. What's the questions we have for Shifty, boys?
What kind of rosters, man, you think that could actually do well? Like, what kind of players on paper do you think that will actually do well? I'm not saying beat you, but you know, you think would be top rosters. You like this?
I mean, I heard the Sage News Dongi. I think that's good on paper, but like, I feel like that's kind of 3 players who can scam a lot sometimes.
Okay.
So who's gonna be the one to like change their playstyle completely? You know what I mean? Like who?
I'm hearing you because they can't play the same way they are right now. On the roster.
Nah. Well, Sage is a more aggressive IGL, but like they have a very aggressive team now. Like, you have Dongi, a crazy fragger that just wants to run around. Noobs that do the same thing. But like if Noobs and Dongi are saying like, "Yo, let's go run around," I don't think Sage is gonna say no, because that's like what Sage likes to do.
Yo, 30 minutes ago, when I said the same fucking thing, you immediately were like, bro, but they're so fucking good. They'll just fucking do it because they're so. But Shifty says it, and you're like, yeah, no, this makes a lot of fucking sense. Yeah.
Well, I did team with Sage, so I know his playstyle. Like I know he wants to bite. You know, like he'll bite more than not on fights. But I mean, he has a long time, I guess, to. Maybe he feels like he has the players now to not do that anymore. Because I don't know how confident he was with Swag and Adrian. I assume like he feels more confident with having Dongi and Noobs in the front. But like Noobs is also like slow at the same time too. Like he's like a slow fragger ish. Like the way he moves, it's like low FOV, very low sense. Dongi is very fast. Like how are they gonna mesh? You know what I mean? Because like D, like we had problems with D not being fast enough, and I learned to kind of slow down a little bit, and D gradually got quicker, and then we just started like once me and D were clicking. I mean, you're getting chowed by the 2 best gunnies in the game at the same time. It's over. Like we're fucking. I would say that IceManIsaac was spitting though. Like we're not just running around, like shooting shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like everything's very thought out, very planned out. We know how we like to fight, how we don't like to fight. We also know how every team fights. So when we go to Old Town and we were fighting, because for a little bit we were challenging Sage and them off the rip. We knew how they fought. We knew where they landed, what chest they like to go to. We knew if we knocked this guy, what the other 2 were gonna do. Like we just knew like everything about them. I just don't know there are people doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like.
So you don't think that team's gonna work? Like on paper it does, but
no paper. I mean, dude, that should be a top 3 team, right?
Okay.
But we've seen teams that should be like that. It's not even about being top 3; it's about winning. Like, is that going to be a team that has that closing ability? Because now it's. I mean, I'm assuming we're going what match point? Like we're going to stay at. So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I think there'll be a good team though. Like those names hit, but at the same time, it's Fnatic hit. You know. That was a team that we knew on LAN Fnatic was our biggest rival.
Right.
Because those are LAN players. Those are people who have been there, experienced it, done it before. Now you have a roster that, you know, they've all, I'd say, done it. Like Noobs isn't, I don't think, afraid to play on LAN. He's a great LAN player. Donkey just had a really good showing. He's had a bad showing. He's had a good showing. So maybe he's in his more up of his career or LAN. And then Sage, we won on stage last year. So he knows what it's like to win. And he definitely knows what it takes to win. I think that's another thing too. Like Sage probably has more value because he was in that environment with us. He like me, you know, like I think I came to that team and I brought them a winning environment, which was not they probably didn't like me at all times, but I made you do shit you didn't want to do. And I yelled at you. Like I yelled at you like I hated you. And I mean, because we heard that in the beginning, I told him mute streams, and then they got to the point I don't give a fuck. I don't care if Biffle has 6,000 viewers right now. I'm yelling at you. It is what it is. I want to win. I don't care about if your fucking viewers are gonna love me or not. So, but I don't know if Sage is like that with them, you know. So, or do they handle that well? You know what I mean? We
Yeah,
saw
like, who
Noobs
would be-
call Soka a baby back bitch on stream. Like, you know what I'm saying? Is that gonna be the? You know what I'm saying? Is that gonna be the environment? Like,
Bro, I forgot about that. Holy fuck. He goes, yeah, you're just being a baby back bitch, Soka.
When the buddy started flying out of noobs, I knew it was gonna get there.
oh, buddy, yeah, when he
Started
said that.
saying
Yeah.
buddy, that's how you know he's heating up. He's
Oh
heating up.
my God.
So yeah, I mean, that's the
about
thing
this
that
shit.
like people all say like they want like I remember I played a tournament with Vaughn, right? And this is what I say. Vaughn's very like he's a good player. He's just not mentally ready to do anything like that. Like be on that high caliber team. He wasn't when we played that 75K and I was up till 4 a.m. He was not appreciative of me being up till 4 a.m. yelling at him and going to
I
revolves
told him
with
the
him.
same thing.
It was more of like he thought I was coming at him. You know what I mean? And it was just like what I got from that is okay. Then you're just not ready. You know everyone wants to win, but like when you're up till 3 a.m. and you have someone who is doing it, so you have to listen to them. You know what I mean? I could say what I say because I have the resume to do it. But then you take it the wrong way, that's not going to fly on a championship caliber team.
Right.
Like, you know, and he took it wrong. I said, hey, bro, I ain't coming at you, bro. I said, I'm losing sleep for you.
No,
Because
because
Vaughn knows. I was like, man, you're bitch ass. We didn't get it together, bro.
Very personal, bro. Trust me.
Yeah.
He was like, I told him, I was like, because I used to yell at him on stream, and he's like, I would never say that to you on stream. I said, bro, I don't give a fuck where we are. We're playing a tournament. You tell me exactly how you feel. I'm gonna tell you exactly how I feel. Like, it's not being disrespectful, whatever. He's like, but he's very. Vaughn's very.
He's learning. He's got to learn. He has to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he took it as like, oh shit, Shifty's up till 4 a.m. Shifty and Soga are up till 4 a.m. going over Vaudeville for one tournament that we're only gonna play. It's one tournament. We lose that tournament, we're good. But that was a lot of money. $10,000 for Vaughn. You know, that's a lot. That's a fucking payday. So I he didn't. I don't think maybe he knows now. But like when I'm yelling at you at 4 a.m. I told him, I said, there's 100 other people who would love to be here listening to me yell at them and break down your gameplay and what you're doing wrong so that we can win one tournament. And if you really listen, there's so much you could take away from what I'm doing for you. I'm really giving you some shit I don't have to give. And I told him, though, you're going to love it when we win. And I motherfucking loved it when we won, bro. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that 10K go hit, baby. That 10K go fucking hit. And so it was good. We won the tournament, but, you know, like, yeah, it just depends. Is that team going into it with a learning, you know, with an open mind? And is Eddie going to want to listen to Sage? And although Eddie's been doing it for a long time, is Dongy going to be like, oh, I just fucking popped off. I might be one of the best in the game right now. Are you going to listen to someone else tell you what you're doing wrong now? Like, it all just depends, like, the mentality of a team. I always said it's mental first. So we'll see. I don't know. But a lot of other rosters, too. I don't know. Like, I don't. A lot of names are going to. People are going to get thrown around this year. You know, like, teams are going to stay, bro. For a whole year, teams are going to stay.
What we see right now is not going to be what we see when World Series of Warzone is announced again. Like, it's just not. Obviously, take the time now to go and try things out, see who you mesh well with. Like, it's going to be trial and error, right? Like, I don't know. Shifty, what have you heard? What is the strongest team that you've heard so far? Is it Sage and them?
It could be that team. I guess if Almond and Skull stay together and they pick up someone else, that's a great LAN team. I think no matter what, that's like, I look at tournament or like teams where it's like, do they do well on LAN? What's their history on LAN? Because you could win or be top 3 in online tournaments and then go to LAN and just get top 10 and you just had a fucking fallout year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not in the running to win on LAN, then like that team is just mediocre. There's not a lot of great LAN players, so I think that's a good team though. Dong and them, whoever fucking Skull and Ben, who if they split, they stay. I think that's a great team too. Like, no matter what, there's a lot of experience, and I know Ben is very hungry, so that's good. I think Rasim though has a lot. Like, he should be on a good team. I even told Rasim, bro, like going into Vegas, because we all thought it was Diaz last year, and I told her, I let Rasim know, like, hey, use this tournament, get your stock up, because I want you. Now, I don't know if Soka wants you first pick, because I think it was Ben. But, you know, when me and Soka are going to have to come together and have their conversation, it's going to go off of stock. And who can we put more trust in that's going to be locked in for the entire year? And I had a blast at my top. Or Skull and Ben, just different roles, you know, different ideas, options. So I fuck with Blast, though. I like his mentality.
Blast, so Blast does have the winning mentality?
I think he would sit there and let us yell at him and learn from it instead of get upset.
Okay.
Because ultimately, like, you're not gonna like. I always say, it's like, you're not gonna enjoy teaming with me. Like, you're not. It's not gonna be fun all the time. Like, I think with Soka too, with me and him, like even D, like me and Soka start going at it, he just gets quiet. He lets it rock out, and because that's just the relationship me and Soka have. We know why we're doing it. It's not. I'm gonna get mad at each other. We're gonna laugh at it at the end of the day, but it gets heated. It's there. You idiot, you dumbass, you piece of shit. What do you know? Like we do that, and then but we know why we do it. So. Yeah, I think for me personally speaking, and I think same with Soka, like we definitely take that account into who we're gonna team with. You know, you got to be able to take it because we are not gonna sugarcoat shit because we are winners, and like I'm not gonna team with a loser, a mental loser.
Yeah, and I'm assuming Diaz has been able to handle yours and Soka's yapping, huh?
Yeah, I think he gets annoyed at it sometimes, but I mean. We've never really come at, like, if anything, I'm the one who has to say something to D, but like I'm never like yelling at him or anything like that, like crazy. Like I'll definitely, you know, raise my voice a little bit, but I think me and Soka are way too comfortable. Me and D, I don't think I'd do that with him yet. But also D doesn't do anything wrong. Like you tell him to be there for a scrim, he's there. He's usually the first one in cord. Like he watches VOD on his own. Like when I went to his house, like we didn't put TV on, bro. We put streams on and we just started watching. Like. So D already has it. He just doesn't have to say he does it. Like that's the one thing I learned about D is that what he's doing, he's not just saying it to people. Like he already does X, Y, and Z.
Right.
And he wants to win too. That's he like wants to win over everything else, even with his competing and all that. Like, you know, that dude's grinding.
That motherfucker don't like to lose. I can tell you that. Man. So who, in your opinion, Blast? Who would you put as a team with Blast? Who are the people that are around him to bring the most success?
I mean, you give him an IGL. I don't really know who the IGLs are. And then you give him someone to bait. So, like, if I don't know if he's going to stay with Gabe.
No, he said he's not. He said he really wants to play with Almond. And I think Almond might stay with Skull. So,
that could be a good team.
Do you think that could work?
I think Blast has enough stock to really put himself on a roster he wants to.
Almond, Blast, Skull, you think could work?
I like that team. It just depends. Like that's two very slow players. So Rasim's in the front now, and who's baiting him? Skull.
I mean,
and then there's Ben in the back. IGL.
Yeah, so it would be Skull, Entryman, Blast.
I think you have Blast entry.
Well, Blast said he said
slow.
Blast just said right now because we brought him in for an interview. He said that he is too old to be Entryman from now on.
Shit.
I'd still think he's shooting.
I don't know if you want Skull in the front. I think Skull's more of like a methodical player. Like you kind of want him to make sure he's alive with his gas plays and just the crazy shit he does. You don't want to put Skull in the front because of his presence, I think. Like when he's shooting, that's not the guy you want to be getting shot at by the first two guys. You know what I mean? Like you don't want Skull to be the one throwing his life, I think. Because I fuck with Skull too heavy. Like I wanted Triple-S back too. Like that was another thing too I thought about was like Triple-S, like I love that team. That we had everything down. We teamed for a whole year plus. Since for dance at some points we were playing. Like I know what Skull does, which is why I loved playing with him. I think he's a great player, but I don't think you put Skull in the front. Because when I teamed with Skull, he was behind me.
So then you would tell Blast, you're the Entryman.
Unless he doesn't want to, unless he's willing to play with names that don't hit on paper, but a formation that he wants, like the roles that he wants.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like you go with. I think you just do it. You know, you gotta learn to do what you don't want to do. Like,
yeah,
fuck it.
Skull Almond Blast feels like it feels like you have to put Blast as the fragger, and he said he doesn't want to do it.
So I don't know. You're gonna have to do it. I'd fucking IGL'd and I didn't really want to do it.
Skull, I noticed with Skull when he tries to get too aggro, he just starts scamming. So like, I feel like
it's just not his playstyle. It's not his
playstyle. Exactly.
Like Skull's a sniper on a team. You know what I mean? Like,
boys,
if we have a sniper meta, you put him with a sniper.
Don't say it, bro. Don't say it. I saw something in the chat. Don't say it, man. Don't say it, Hector. Don't say it, Hector.
I'm looking. Who?
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
No fucking way. We were just talking about this.
Come on, man. I'm gonna tap out for this one, man. You guys got this one, man.
DJ
So
said,
who did he go to though?
Free agent for the new Black Ops 6 Warzone this year, and any tourneys coming up. If anyone thinks it would be a good fit,
come on, man,
and wants to try it out, let me know.
DJ,
Holy fuck.
So who does Aiden?
So-
Oh,
I'm telling you.
Smith Blast. Wait, Aiden Smith Blast.
Hector already had the leaks, man.
I
Hector had
think
the
I
leaks, bro.
swear dude, I promise on
Hector
everything.
Blades,
No,
bro.
I didn't. No, I didn't. Don't say it. I swear. I didn't. I genuinely think
Man.
it's gonna be Agent Smith Aiden.
Well, Smith just tweeted out too.
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Wait,
Tons of
what?
people have been asking what we plan on doing as a team with placing third and with Sal. But at this point, we have no current plan, and I will be exploring all options and taking this time to test some new things out as we go over these next few weeks.
Okay, but that's not saying they're not gonna play. Because I know
But
Aiden
it's
said he
not
wants to
saying me
play.
and Aiden looking for one.
Yeah, well, I know Aiden said he wants to play other games right now, which maybe he's not. Maybe Aiden's not gonna be putting in as much time, so he's probably like. I feel like Aiden's the type of guy be like, if you guys want to go find, go for it. I feel like Aiden's really cool about that. Like he's not trying to like keep him locked.
Smith on the market is crazy.
Smith's a great player too.
He's a great player.
Yeah.
We considered Smith too.
Yeah, I
picking
remember
up
that.
Smith, but we ended up going with Tommy because we wanted a more IGL.
Wait.
I feel like you just do Aiden Smith Blast, bro. Like Blast needs to fit on a team, bro. Like where he's in the front, I think, or he's baiting someone. But I feel like if Blast is baiting someone, he needs to pick up a young gun and teach.
3DJ, man. 3DJ.
I'm actually really surprised at the DJ. Like, okay, do you feel like
That surprises me, bro. That surprises me.
bro, I feel like DJ has done enough to kind of like show like, hey, DJ brings a lot to a team, and I think
But he
he's
also-
severely underrated.
He also like adapted. Like they needed him to do something, and he did it.
But he doesn't get kills. He's not values. He's not a fragger. He doesn't get kills.
No, I don't think I don't know. That's a weird conversation. So DJ and Aiden, and well, they had some conversation. I'm sure I'll talk to DJ about it tonight, but that seems odd. That seems very odd.
I'm
Who
actually,
are the new 18-year-olds? Are there anyone that's
there's
new?
We were just
the
talking about
only
that,
one
bro.
I
It's
know.
just
There's
Criminal
only
God.
one, Criminal God. But again, I don't know enough about Criminal God for him to be like, oh my God, he's the
I don't
next
think he's
big
a
thing.
game- I don't think he's a game
he's
changer,
good.
and also there's
Yeah.
there's a language barrier, so he'll be with a Latam team.
Oh, actually,
I don't think he's. I think I played ranked with him one time. He doesn't speak like that much English at all, so he's bound for LA. Or maybe like Go Clamp.
oh,
He's
that's the
gonna-
case
he's
that
gonna be
might
happy
limit
he's on
him.
a Latam team. Yeah, it's gonna be limited to the Latam region.
Wait,
for
he's
sure.
16?
No,
Oh, never mind.
18.
I thought people told me he turns 18 next year, chat. Everybody was telling me that. Spam Gola, he's like,
I will
Spam Gola's
say,
like
though,
15, 16.
If you're a young kid, bro, and you don't speak English, learn now. Learn now, because if you are that fucking good, you will probably get the opportunity to play with an NA team, which you would probably want to be in the NA scene to grow,
right.
become better. Like people always say, like NKO and all that, like oh, like team of NKO. It's like, bro, I even if I wanted to, which I don't, I can't. Doesn't speak English. Fuck, am I gonna learn French? Like,
Yeah,
there's a lot
true.
of, like there's language. Like if you have a language barrier, bro, start learning English now. That's like a huge fucking thing. You need to be able to conversate and articulate yourself fluently with teams, or else you're just gonna be limited to your region. And like, it's like NK. Are there like good French players out there that even if he wanted to move, can he move around, or is he kind of stuck with Grom and Heats?
I think he's. Again, I'm not saying stuck like in a bad way. They're good players, but again, I don't think Enkyo, if he wanted to, he could even. I don't think he could even go anywhere.
Dude, I played a tournament with him at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And Gromalak literally had to translate what I was saying to him.
Yeah, like NKO has a
So bad.
stock. He has a stock now, but he doesn't have the can't move.
He's insane. I think NK is like one of the best.
Another one, boys. They're all just coming out, man. They're all coming out, bro.
Fuck, man. Yo,
They see us
random little
doing-
pod we just threw up. Yeah.
They see us doing the pod and they're just all coming out, man. Juju said, if anyone wants to trial and error or create a team going into Black Ops 6, let me know. One passionate ass player and can shoot my gun very well. I trust my teammates instantly. I'm ready to put the work in always.
Wait, so Brax is playing with Trick and Alb again?
Yeah, that's a random squad.
What's the point of fucking flip flopping every year? What's the point?
I don't know.
You were just with Trick. You could have kept him. Now we have no game time, and now you're putting trust in someone that it's zero. You're starting from zero again when you could have at least gone into it like, people are just like, oh, they amaze me, bro. They amaze me. I don't get that. I feel like Brax is so like, bro, if you're thinking about like, he's just like recycling people, like, for what? Stick to something.
But, like, I guess, bro, I genuinely think, Shifty, that you guys have made such a big impact on this that everybody's just trying to figure out how in the fuck do we beat these guys. That's genuinely what everybody's thinking.
It's going to get harder every year. That's another year of chem. It's another
That's what I'm
fucking...
saying. That's why I'm surprised about the DJ Smith Aiden one. Like I said, I feel like they just showed so much growth.
Oh, Brack said y'all don't understand.
We just don't understand, yeah.
Trick was on that stage, bro. Like, he was there. Like, what do you mean don't understand? Unless it's like they don't like each other, then I can get that. Maybe they played and it's like, you know what? Like, it just wasn't mentally worth it, like off the toy shit. And okay, yeah, that makes sense.
No, I'm curious though, because they used to be like a top 3 team. They're like in the middle of the game. There was like,
yeah, they were good. Oh man, it was like pretty good, and then they had a hard fall off, and then they had a comeback with their World Series performance because it was like Omet EU was like doing really well, and then I wouldn't say that a fall off because I guess you can't put too much on like off ping tournaments, but then they had a bad. I think they had a bad showing in LAN. I think that. I think if you're out of top 5,
really bad for them.
Placement, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure there's more that goes into that, you know, but at the same time, like, can't really make an excuse. Like, you went into a tournament being the number 1, EU team, and you weren't when it mattered.
Too many IGLs.
It just sucks that we didn't get to see Engzi and his team, bro. I really thought.
Yeah, that team.
I had a lot of stock in our roster. Are they staying? Do you guys know Stuwo, Pazuka, and
Probably
Engzi?
stay together. Yeah.
I doubt it. They are? You said they are?
Exi
I mean, they've teamed from the start of Verdansk.
There's no way they leave. They didn't even get the chance with Exian.
Exian, Stuwo,
Pazuka.
And Pazuka.
They've played since Verdansk. They've teamed World Series since Verdansk.
They will play together.
Do you actually think they're going to stay?
They have to.
Why?
I mean, they've just done it from the start. Like, they've had really good World Series performances, I think. Like, they've literally been a trio since the start.
They had issues. Do you think they fixed them enough to like team together?
I think that was the number 1 EU team.
They were good.
They were the number 1 EU team going up against probably the number 2 NA team on drop. Like, that was just what I think it is.
I don't know, man. I personally don't think they team. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think
Where
they
do
team.
they go? Because it doesn't. Dude, they just have so much chem. Like, and like I feel like they're all like 2P, like 3Ps in a pod. You know, like they've just been together for so long. Like, where do you even go?
That's actually
like Engzian probably has a stock to go anywhere. Pazuka and Stu will probably stick. But does Engzian like I don't know Engzian on a personal level, so like does he like to be with what he's been with, or does he want to venture out? Because he tried Engzian play with FIFA, that shit did not work.
Wait, really? What the fuck? When?
Yeah, he played a couple turns with FIFA and Lennon, I want to say, and that did not go well at all.
Engzian?
Yeah.
I don't know leaks. I just know that they didn't have the greatest relationship leading into the World Series. You know? Wait. Okay, so Brack said Young wanted to play a certain way. Me and Ju wanted to play a certain way, and it caused an awkward play style where the only person thriving was Young. Huh.
So who's the IGL though? Isn't Young the IGL?
I thought Brax was the IGL.
I thought
when
Brax
the team
was.
started. Absolute masterclass.
I saw some crazy calls on LAN. I watched their VOD. But I think Brax is right. I think they were on 2 different pages.
Okay, I thought Braxton was their IGL. I don't know who.
So why drop Juju then if you on the same like wavelength as him?
I think Al wants to play a trick.
So why not?
Why would you pick up someone that's been so inconsistent for 3 years?
Trick wants to play without him.
So why doesn't Braxton just stay with Juju and they find one?
You're probably better off playing with Alb and Trick than you are playing with Juju and finding one. Probably what it came down to.
Yo, I cannot wait to see what the fuck is formed, bro. Because we're about to see some crazy mix-ups.
So Young wants to be an IGL. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So who is
throwing with Aiden? Throwing with Aiden?
Well, dude, bro,
Young was the trio last year. Remember that? Young was with Aiden and
yeah,
Adrian, no?
That was a good trio. Like, dude, they were playing good.
Yeah, they were good.
I was confused. I was confused as to why they split. I mean, let alone Crinks, Adrian, and Aiden were a good fucking trio. They were the first guys to beat Shifty in Warzone 2. And then they won a tournament when they got back as well when this next game. Like, I don't know why they split. Same thing with Young. They were doing really good with them. Why did they split?
I don't know.
Do they come back?
I mean, pop them in the call, Brax or Brad. The boys are in chat. We can just ask them.
Yeah.
About Rias.
Ain't no way Rias comes back, bro.
Rias ain't coming back, bro. Fuck.
Oh, he's gone. He's like done.
Wait,
that
Rias
kid
or
was-
Reese?
Rias.
Rias.
The kid. Didn't he just not? He just didn't.
Bro,
Yeah,
he
what the
was so
fuck happened to
talented.
him?
I thought he just didn't qual, so he started playing Valorant.
Nah, he threw his whole. Well, he wasn't playing. Period. He wasn't playing at all. They like Trey and Alp literally just picked him up out of like a diamond in a rough type of thing. Like he just wasn't playing. They're hoping he just spawned in and was just the same Rias that we always know. He's just not coming back, bro. I don't know.
About 3M, bro.
Yeah, man. Let's bring Bell back. I'm down. Fuck
Oh, hell no.
That's my
Ribs?
style.
No.
How old is Ribs? How old is Ribs?
Oh, right,
it.
baby.
He's just turned 18.
Wait, Ribs just turned 18?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
I
Scammer.
swear, bro.
No way Ribs just turned 18.
Swear.
Bro, if Ribs comes back and somehow plays,
Oh,
Wait.
he's still 17 is what Rolf said. He's almost 18, I swear.
oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Somebody actually told me he turned 18. I heard that.
Maybe he's turning 18. Like,
Yeah,
maybe.
maybe.
Depends on his birthday.
He's got to be almost 18, bro. There's no way.
I mean, if he's 17 and wants to play, like, you might as well play now, get good, right? And then when you'll have 18, he probably has options.
Here, let me fucking, what's his fucking Twitter? Rafi, when does he turn 18?
Wait, that's insane. Hector, hear this. Apparently, Twitch announced shared chat, so when you stream together, your chats merge and they all go
Yeah.
to one.
I heard that you can do that now.
Insane.
Brax, yeah, you want to tell us what happened, Brax? That's cool. He's been saying
Prospect
he's 18.
2. Prospect has to land somewhere.
Let me
About
DM this
May,
dumbass.
I heard
is
some-
May coming back? I seen May like followed me on Twitter. I don't know if it was his actual Twitter. Like it was like a.
one, yeah, new Twitter.
So that's May though. Is that confirmed that is actually May?
yeah.
Ooh, say it
I don't
again.
know what.
Mayapo.
What about him?
If he comes back, I mean, that was one of the best players. Like literally, probably the hardest kill in Amazra. Until like all the fires happened, he had to stop playing.
Oh, you're right.
Mayapo was the hardest kill in Amazra. What I thought that guy, brother, was
Like,
God.
My poo is
late
nasty.
Al-Mazrah?
Like World Series Amazra. Like we're about to go to
Series,
LAN,
okay,
and
okay.
he was the guy.
Yeah.
But then he had to take like 2 months off. Like he couldn't play the fires, and he was like figuring out.
I know
like,
him and Otter have always been insane. And there for a bit in early Al-Mazrah,
Yeah.
they had some cheese and they
Yeah. Well,
They
like they've
won.
always been a crazy duo, like 2v2s, but they've always been insane. Like I always thought I would end up competing with those two because I played a tournament. Like I think I filled in for a rated one tournament, and I mean we blew that fucking tournament out of the water. Like those two are insane. But I think May wants to stay. Like he loves Otter,
yeah.
and I feel like
Ray just
gotta
says he has a
you know,
lot
do
going
it.
on, but he's playing with Johnny.
Okay.
I would love to see May
Otter.
like go somewhere.
Otter and May are back together.
Yo,
Yo,
Or is
it's
Ray
good,
playing with
Brax.
Johnny?
what it do? What it do?
Well, right now we're gonna go back to this rated combo. Brax, if you want to kind of give us a summary, man, of what happened with your squad, just so everybody kind of has an understanding of what's going on.
Yeah. So me, Young, and Juju decided to split.
Okay.
I think it was a lot more internally that people don't really realize. Like if you see it from the outside, both great players. Those are my guys, but it just wasn't gonna work. We'd VOD review. People weren't taking accountability for plays. Young wanted to play a certain way, and it was causing Juju to overthink and play a different way. So Juju couldn't thrive. Juju couldn't play himself, and I've like sometimes like I would make a call, Young would say no to the call, and then the whole game would be thrown off because we're rotating a different way. We have a whole different plan. So I just think it would be a lot better if we all split and tried to find our way. I think Young would be great with an IGL with two people who trust him. But when Young joined our team, he wasn't going to IGL. Obviously, I asked him to come in and co-IGL, kind of bounce ideas off. But when I'm calling stuff and my other IGLs telling me no, and then he tries to make a play and there's no thought out plan, it's not going to work.
Damn, I actually didn't know that this was like.
Sounds like he just wants to be a main.
Yeah, so he needs to be a main IGL, and he would be great at it.
So you guys, so when did this start where you guys felt like you guys were going back and forth with each other?
Probably after we qualled regionals and we started locking in and taking it more serious.
Okay.
Like
When did your guys' team like fall apart? Because you guys were good in the beginning.
yeah, we were good. I really don't know what point we fell apart. Like we were really good, we were dominant, and then I don't know, we just stopped. I really don't know the point.
So, okay. So right now you are not with Juju.
No, I'm not with Juju.
So talk to me about that process. Why, if you guys, I know you said that in the text, you said that you and Juju were playing on one page and then Young was playing on another page. Why didn't you stay with Juju?
I feel like, so obviously I play with Trick for a long time. Me and Trick have good chem. I just feel like Juju and Trick are too similar of players to keep them both together. And I feel like me and Trick have more there than me and Juju have.
Okay. And you guys originally played together though, right?
Yeah, we did. And the whole reason we split at the start of this year was because of invites. So we were going to play together, but then invites happened and neither of us saw an invite for 6 months. So obviously we're not going to sit there and play with different teams. So we found a team that could get invites.
Oh.
What about Evan, Trick, and you? Or do you just not have stock in Evan?
Ev, I fuck with Ev. I don't know.
That would solve invite issue, no?
Yeah, for sure. It would.
That's also like kind of 2 IGLs. I feel like you want to
Like
leave.
I feel like Evan would go back to being a dog.
Ev, when I played with Ev was IGL. Ev, when it was me, DJ, and Ev let me make all the calls.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Now I'm curious where the fuck Evan's going.
The wolf.
The wolf. And so what's your thought process behind Alb then?
I mean, insanely good sniper who trusts in Trick, who trusted me, and plays that hybrid anchor role that will be support and can get kills.
Wait, Trick just said Ev didn't even IGL our team. Hold on.
Trick IGL'd. Trick IGL'd for them.
Ah!
Yes. Trick empathy IGL'd for them. And
He said,
God bless. No wonder he needs me back. Holy shit. Trick empathy IGL, God bless.
I was
But
saying
Trick-
he was like an IGL
Trick was their
best friend
IGL.
earlier. He was
Trick was there. Trick's my favorite teammate. Trick was IGLing them.
Wait, how did this, why?
Bro,
Why?
I'm telling you, Trick was IGLing them.
why wasn't Evan IGLing?
I'm
Trick-
confused.
Wanted to cross that hill, boy.
Nah, Trick is just Trick. I'm telling you, after I've played with both of them, Trick would have probably been a better IGL than Ev on this game. On this game,
Not my goat. What?
I feel like being IGL is so much more than just like making good calls though. Like you got
No,
I feel
it
like Ev
is.
is a way more stronger voice. So
no, it is 100% shift. But I just felt like for like that team dynamic, Trick was better. But Ev's still a great IGL. Ev is a great person to bounce calls off of. But Ev is a dog. Like he is. He has a strong
does
voice.
the wolf get an upgrade going back to Verdansk?
He definitely does.
Damn.
Are people, wait, are people thinking about this? Like, I guess Braxton, I don't know. Do you think about that? Like, Verdansk players, like, if they're good, like.
No, not really. I feel like the game's changed so much since then that it doesn't really matter. Like, I looked at the Caldera World Series of Warzone top 5, and there was like OP marked in there. Like, I don't take that seriously.
I mean that was Garenko meta. They were triple Garenko.
Yeah, I feel like OP Market is good in those, like, slower.
No, I swear.
metas.
Mark has caught insane strays this pod. He's caught insane.
I got Streled by OP Mark in this Caldera World Series, bro. I can't lie. I got Streled.
Forgot about that. They did that.
I got Streled. Triple Streled, bro. I'm not kidding.
I wonder if, like, bro, imagine, like, OP Mark, Stellar, or whatever, that they played. Like, what if that's a team that could, like, make games go longer? Maybe they don't win, but they could make tournaments go longer. Because they're just
for sure.
fucking annoying.
No, they definitely could.
I feel so bad, man.
3 marks, man. 3 marks, man. 3 marks, bro.
First,
It was
Isaac.
dog.
Now,
Trick and Ev, like Ev would make a call to Otter wouldn't respond, and Trick would be the one that was like doubling down to make sure everything was on the same page. Like I've played a couple like Rebirth customs with Trick and Brax, and like I'd never heard Trick speak up like that. It was weird.
Yeah. No, literally. I mean,
I'm not
Isaac,
saying-
you've played.
I
You've played
would need
with
to
me and
watch
Trick.
more, but it was weird hearing him talk that much and that aggressively.
No, you've played with me and Trick. You see how me and Trick are together.
Yeah, I did.
So, like, I mean, I'm going back to Trick. That's what I think it comes down to.
So
Are you staying with Trick though the whole year?
I'm staying with Trick.
wait,
As an IGL, I think Trick's one of the best teammates you could have in the game.
wait, what
100%.
the fuck? Hold
That's
on.
insane.
Side note, boys.
What?
What the fuck? The cams are gonna look weird, but I'll just do this. Bro, Chris is gone from.
He's not my goat.
Wait, what?
Well, isn't that the whole thing
Josh.
where like they like re-sign people and then they just like drop them? Like, it's not. I thought like all the people that got signed it was like a one-off thing. Because
Oh, yeah, weren't they, like,
Activision
contracted?
cut like fucking 50-something people?
Well, yeah, but he was one of the people that was. Bro, there was
Paid?
there was like 3.
The 12. There were like 12 people that stayed after that
Well,
whole
that's
layoff.
12 for all of CDL, I think.
Nah,
For
Chris
Warzone.
might
Oh, no.
go. Chris might go,
Wait,
bro.
wait. Or is this
Chalk
like,
it up, brother. We're about to be playing online World Series next year.
or did they sign him to just?
Literally.
Did they sign him to just that 1 year, but he already knew he was going to get cut up? Guys, for those of you who don't know, he's like one of the main people that ran all of World Series this year.
Dude, we lost Rob Belk last year. Now we're losing Chris. Like, I'm actually checked, bro. I'm checked the fuck out.
Yo, C9.
Yeah. literally, bro.
Yeah, I wonder, was it a contract job, right? Did they hire him and did he know? Or was it like, fuck.
I thought he did get laid off and then he was
Wait,
back.
you're right. He did.
And then they brought like everybody back just for the one off, just so you know, I guess cheaper to do it that way.
Maybe they hired him for World Series.
Yeah, I thought he was in the initial layoff. I don't think he made it to the last.
He wasn't.
12.
You're right. He was in the initial layoff.
But then he came back for World Series because they needed to hire people back for World Series.
I'm actually okay.
By the way, I will say I feel like that was a big testament to why like this year's World Series ran so shitty. Like you got like, can they dedicate a couple people, bro, that like we could work through this shit for longer? Because this year's World Series as a player was unacceptable.
I
Okay,
mean,
what was wrong?
unacceptable.
Tell me, like,
we were there
It was-
Saturday
It was
for
delays.
10 hours.
Yeah, it was delays. I mean, I couldn't even fucking, bro. My on Sunday, I did not have a PC that would stable frames. I was going from 180 to 90 the whole day, and I knew from the day before that it took Diaz 30 minutes to get a PC. After they stopped the whole tournament, right, to get him a PC. It then took 30 minutes for them to change his PC. Took another 30 minutes to set it up, and then that one didn't work. It was something was wrong. So then it took another 30 minutes to get a new one.
Also, while they were fixing his, bro, I asked to go to the bathroom and they said, no, we're about to start. And we sat there for an hour and a half. I couldn't even go to use the bathroom.
Change, bro.
I couldn't even go use the bathroom.
Come the fuck on. What am I in preschool?
Not dead ass.
We were waiting for till like it was like a 10. We waited for like 10 minutes. I was like, yo, can I go to the bathroom? Like, nah, we're gonna start it. I'm looking at them fix DSP. We are not starting soon. I know we're not. There's 2 guys over here fixing the PC. They're like, nah, just wait. I wait another 30 fucking minutes. And I said, I need to go. Like, come on, bro. Let me go to the bathroom, big dog. Like, it's gonna take me 2 minutes.
I just don't know how the fuck did Diaz have a different PC than everybody else. Hey, bro, I asked D, I was like, yo, D, be honest with me. He's like, I'm like, was it an inside job? Like, he's like, hey, I had the wrong PC. Somebody stole one of Soka's IMs.
Earbuds.
One of Soka's IMs. He's like, and Shifty was stuck on 120 frames as well. He's like, I don't know. He's like, but something was fishy, bro.
Yeah. Nah, it was because they'd come help my PC, right? And I'd tell them, like, yo, you can't tab out or else it goes 60. They just tab out, like, all right, bro, I got to restart my game now. Like, bro, I just couldn't, the whole weekend, I couldn't tab out or anything. Like, if something was fucked up, if I even change a setting, bro, if I were to change, like, anything, like, you know, and it makes you do that little confirm, 60 frames. Chalk it up. Like, it just kept doing that. And they told me, like, you know, if you want to change your PC, we can. But I was like, is it even going to do anything? So I just was like, I don't want an hour and a half delay. Like, I'm drinking caffeine. I'm not trying to crash. Like, I don't want a super long delay. We're already playing like shit. I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to deal with it. And then it just dealt with it. But like, I don't know. I just feel like that had to have been because like, maybe they didn't have as much time to prepare or whatever with like just signing people for the World Series. Like, we got to have some sort of dedicated team, bro, because this year's World Series ran horribly.
I wonder, remember, it's like they're all contractors, I'm pretty sure. Every single person that's your guys' technician, they don't really know Warzone. Like,
Their esports engine, no?
Yeah, I think they're all just like they're contract workers, and they hire them to do it. But I don't think they're in tune with because I think they do multiple games. They do like what's it called? Fucking obviously Call of Duty. They do CDL. They do fucking Apex. Like they do all of them. So I don't think they know like everything exactly. At least I
mean, I'll say they were trying. They were nice. They were trying, but like I just feel like certain things were just so like off about it. Maybe it was like miscommunication, but it just didn't feel how London felt. When my PC was dev airing, it dev like 3 times. Immediate change. Immediate new PC. Like while I was talking to one guy, someone was already getting that PC for me. Now they swapped it out quick as fuck. It worked and it was good. It was a 15-20 minute thing.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure.
The guy standing behind me, every time I was like, yo, if one of us were having a problem with our PC, I'd be like, yo, this happened. He's like, okay, let me call somebody. Like he was just there to let someone else know. And I feel like last year I would tell the guy and he'd be the one to fix the problem.
I'm like 90% sure, guys, it's the same team as last year.
It was definitely some of the same people for sure. Well, one of the guys that was on our shit, he was at EWC. He was really good. I forgot his name, but he was very good at what he was doing.
The black hair guy?
White guy, like nicer, shorter hair. He was good as fuck at his job. I fuck with that guy. Like I need him on my pod next year. That guy, he was doing shit. He was running shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess I wonder then, do you guys think it'll be in London next year?
Yes.
Not in Europe, but not London. Like something different.
Wait, Ebatez is smiling, bro. Ebatez is like smiling. Be careful, Ebatez, because Shanice is here, and I know how scared you are of her. What do you know?
No, World Series is not. I don't think it's gonna be in NA again, just because of all the issues. I think this year was supposed to be in London. Somebody fucked up along the way, and they had to last minute book something in Vegas. So they just said, "Fuck it, that's the only available venue. Let's just go there." Yada yada yada. And yeah, it was supposed to be in London though.
Chat.
Fuck that shit.
He knows.
Can we go to Spain?
Guys,
something?
Ebatez has all this intel, and I'm gonna let you guys know. He don't be telling me nothing. Just so you guys all know, he don't be telling me nothing, by the way. Yeah, but he's got the intel. Okay.
I will say, I hope they don't just bounce back like London every time we're in Europe. Like, let's not be boring.
I just don't think they care about Warzone competitive as much as we would hope, and I think whatever's easiest is what they're gonna do. And I think whatever's easiest is probably London.
That just sucks. But what about Germany? Like, didn't Apex do the copper, or they did something in where was it?
Copenhagen?
Copenhagen, yeah. Let's just do that. Like, bro, change it the fuck up, please. Like, let's not just go to the same fucking area every time. Like if they do an NA, don't do Vegas again. Do LA or do somewhere on the East Coast or do somewhere in Dallas. Like, do somewhere. Imagine if that was that cool, bro, that other people could go. Like, if we do Germany, then you get a lot of the German fans, or like, I don't know if the countries are closer, you know.
Go to Japan. Let's go to Japan.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's go to fucking Japan, bro. That'd be fire.
Boy, chill out, bro.
Tokyo.
Chill out. 24-hour flight, bro. Chill the fuck out.
Brax, my bad, man. Brax, I didn't mean to, bro. If you gotta go, man. I didn't mean to keep you here. We wanted to hear what you had to say.
I was gonna head out, see y'all's graphic looks better, but that's really all I have to say. There's no bad blood between either of my other teammates. It's just, bro, it's like I said, this shit's a business, bro. I'm not going to sit there and stay with a team that I don't think is going to work.
Hey,
so
I respect it, man. I respect it. I'm glad you talked to them this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good shit, man.
Oh, here we go, man. Okay, here we go.
Well, let's see how y'all play, you know, on Thursday, Pops. Appreciate you hopping on, man.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace.
Have a good one, man. Peace.
Later, bro. Later.
I will say it would be sick, and I proposed this to Shanice. Like, we have all these setups for COD Next. Rent out that same venue, even if we don't have an audience, and even if the competitors have to pay for their own tickets, if their, you know, maybe influence wasn't high enough to get an invite to COD Next. Like, I think this scene would be taken a lot more serious if those opportunities like that you actually had to invest in yourself, and now you have a sunk cost dependent on your performance at that LAN.
Chill.
I mean, well, if the issue is support, right, where they say we can't support this event because of the costs, but they could support. Okay, we've already rented these. We've already, you know, maybe one day of rental. But think about it: flying 120 people across the country, that's like tens of thousands of dollars. All I'm saying is, like, if we had to make compromises to make more LAN events happen, let's make it happen where it makes sense. COD Next is the only other place where we have 100 PCs set up in one place.
I just think if we're gonna do one LAN a year, we need to do it right, bro. And I think
no. I'm saying it's an additional LAN.
I know. I think trust me, I'm pushing for the additional land too. But from the reactions I got last time I talked about this, it's not looking good. But I do think we should do like a middle of the year, some kind of like World Series structured tournament that would build up into like World Series land every year. I think that'd be sick. March or April, you could do an old school World Series of Warzone where there's one in EU, there's one in NA, and just run it online. Fuck it.
I think this is an important conversation, is things like tournaments throughout the year should matter leading up until like World Series. Like it shouldn't just be just those quals, right? How you make that work, right? But everything should be integrated, right? Like whether it's the total frenzies, whether it's something new, like there should be some type of structure to where people can have something to grind for that leads up to something like that's not just at the end of the year, right? I don't know. Maybe a Baka land in the middle of Baka Wonderland in the middle of January or something, December. But like,
you can invite creators again.
You know what I'm saying? Ebatez, man. Ebatez, you know how much money we.
Oh shit!
Damn, millionaire.
Millionaire.
No, lost. Ebatez. I don't want to hear your fucking yapping. All right, buddy. All right.
Hey,
Next time you throw a fucking land, bro. All right, buddy. All right, motherfucker.
back on Rostermania, we have both Skullface in here and Rated was in here earlier, which are two people that I'm itching to hear from.
Wait.
Yo, Skull, hop in here, man.
Skull, you want to hop in, man? I told D, let me know whenever he wants to play. So
Skull said have some bundles that contribute to World Series of Warzone and not just Acti wallets. I agree, man.
I mean, Valorant raised 20 million, I think, this year.
Some crowdfunding?
Let's do some crowdfunding, man. Some bundles, some battle passes or whatever it is that are World Series of Warzone specific. I know Dota does the compendium. They do their international compendium, and then they also have a battle pass. But where it's like the separate World Series of Warzone battle pass. Not all the funds, I guess. Maybe a percentage goes to a World Series.
And
of Warzone.
Val had their VCT bundle.
Wait, so you don't think they would ever do crowdfunding?
Nah, they won't.
You don't think so?
We've talked about this before. I know we've had a conversation. I don't think they will. Yo, Skull, hop on, man.
Does he actually want to?
Nah, I doubt it.
I don't get why they wouldn't do crowdfunding. Isn't that literally just making money, but also funding what you don't want to put money into?
Technically, no. They have to pay the people to make the skins. And I hear that's very expensive. And then from there, obviously they have to make profit. So they got to cover the cost for them actually making the actual operator, whatever they make. And then after that, everything is profit after that.
But I feel like people would buy it if they. Yeah, I would say. I feel like if they put something out like, yo, this is our World Series Championship bundle. Make it a cool one. Don't do some bullshit. Make it a cool one. People would actually use it, and then people like, oh, if I want to help support, I buy this. Instead of let me go buy this $1,200 bundle that does nothing.
They can even use code Shifty in the COD store. You know what I'm saying? Like little
code Biffle, code Aiden. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Then yada yada, connect it to your wallet. You get a little disc.
I think,
come on, man.
In an ideal world, like they announce, hey, this is a crowd. This is crowdfund. I don't think they would use the word crowdfund, but hey, this is the official World Series of Warzone bundle, and this helps contribute to the Latin, whatever, right? And they market it as that. Like, think about how cool that'd be.
Like, didn't CDL do that too? Like the sign, they had their own stickers. Like they signed something, you could put down the gun.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, bro, like do something like that. Or if we could get orgs into it, like you do the org shit, like that they used to do way back. You had all the. I mean, I know they have the CDL skins, but like all the participating orgs that are gonna be like, I guess the bigger ones, of course, and then they make their own shit, and then they could buy it. I mean, that directly helps. I don't know, bro. I feel like there's so much more you can do. Like we have stickers in game, but no one uses them. Okay, now for World Series, have every player do their fucking signature bullshit, and you buy a bundle and you get, fucking all of them or whatever, or however it is. You get to pick a team, however it works. Make it $5, bro, and you get 3 of the players' written signature you could put on your gun, bro. Like something cool like that.
I genuinely think if they made some type of skin, some type of anything, even a camo, and they marketed it, bro. What's it called? Yeah, I bought the CDL things because I genuinely, I mean, maybe I'm weird, but I wanted to support them. What's cool though is CDL. I think
the Thieves one.
The Thieves, yeah. What's his name? One of them. What's his name said that it's a lot of money, bro. I think he said 15% of the revenue that 100 Thieves makes is from those bundles.
What?
Wow.
15%?
Yeah, I just saw a fucking clip of this. They were talking about
total revenue.
Yeah. He was saying, fuck, I could be faded, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Nah.
That,
I mean, you got to keep in mind there was a 100 Thieves skin that was like jet black. It was pay to win. You remember that?
was it 15, Chico?
Their camos have also been really good. Like, to be fair, like I rocked the Thieves one too. It's black and red. It looks really nice. Like some of the other camos, like I just wouldn't rock. They don't look as nice. But like any CDL team that has, I guess, like a more darker base, like people are gonna use it. You know what I mean? Like the black and red goes really well. Like, you know, it's a nice looking character. It's not like the bright purple ultra one that no one wants to run around with that. They have nice skins. But if you're gonna buy a CDL that's gonna use a camo, you're gonna buy the darker ones, the black and red.
I'm pretty sure, Shifty, they split it evenly. I don't think it's because the way he said it, I'm pretty sure like they grab whatever money they make off all the bundles and then they split it divided by 12. By the way he was talking about it that's what he said. Like that's the way he made it seem. Just so y'all know, guys, Shanice loves CDL way more than she loves Warzone. Just want to throw it out there. But
damn.
Yeah.
She indeed was crying when FaZe got knocked out by Scrap. And
then, bro, no bullshit. I saw you guys get white, bro, Shifty, and she was like this. She's like, yes.
Wait, she's in her she's like, fuck
you. Yeah, tight shit.
My shit, bro.
Tight shit.
I just fucking need my desk,
bro. Okay, so bro, if I think they said 10 to 15% is their revenue of what they make for 100 Thieves. That's gotta be a lot of money, right? Like that's gotta be.
Yeah,
that's gotta be what, like at least 10 plus mil, right? Like on some crazy shit, like
mil. Whoa.
I don't know about that.
Isn't 100 Thieves making? Oh, they're not making that much.
Making 100 mil a year, bro.
Oh my bad. I trust in my boy Nate. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, have you seen who they're buying this year?
They got bread, my brother.
They got bread. So I don't know. I would hope that, again, we have to build towards it, right? Like I think they know. Like Activision, they have a method to the madness when it comes to certain things. I just hope they can apply that method to the madness to Warzone because to Warzone competitive. We see a game that's $60 multiplayer that has significantly lower player count, right? And we've seen what they can do when they put a lot of effort into that. Look at the CDL, right? You look at Warzone, how much a player count Warzone is comparatively is fucking way more massive, right? How much money Warzone makes them, which is probably insane. And now if they put the same amount of love and effort, which again, they are, it's micro steps, right? Like we've improved from last year to this year. We've improved from 2 years ago to last year, right? So I hope that if they continue to do this in 5-10 years, I would like to think that we could have something really, really cool in 5 years, right? Sucks for like Shifty, right? Like, like
I could be 18 again.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like the money is there. I feel like I just figuring out how do they make money, right? Like if they do crowdfunding, do you think people would buy it? Do you think people would like genuinely if they made?
You see the skins that people are buying, bro? You see the bundles people are buying? People are gonna buy that shit.
If you made like I don't know, bro. It'd be sick to have like a floating gold crown on the character.
That'd be nice.
That would be sick. Like something cool, You
mean like a finisher that just had like, even if it's like a basic you pull out knife, but it's like a World Series knife and like like some crazy.
Now we have the dedicated melee weapon next year, so people have melee weapons out all the time.
Imagine you have a World Series, like because that's how like Valorant they have their knife. It's a knife. They have a Vandal. They have a couple skins.
Yes, has the.
How do they do it? How do they do it?
Fortnite?
Oh, Valorant?
Yeah, how do they do their shit?
It's a bundle. It's a champion. It's a VCT 2024 bundle. And it's like $70, but you could buy like the certain ones if you want.
That's a sick idea. Somebody said gold plates. Imagine you're plating and it's like a gold plate.
Ooh.
That'd be fire. That's a dope idea.
That would actually be so hard, I ain't gonna lie.
But I feel like too, like Activision has to understand that they have to put more into the comp scene. Not money, but attention. And then they will be able to, I think, start profiting a lot more. They're doing good, but like if you look at all like the top esports, bro, like they fucking care about their players. Like they care about the people who are at that highest level, and They have things for it, and then their communities get involved in it. Like, I mean, when I was playing CS:GO, I was buying the fucking sticker packs to put it on my guns, bro. Like, because I fucking love Simple, and I put that on my op. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm spending money to put a dude's name on my gun because I fucking rocked with them heavy.
Right.
Brody don't even know I exist.
Good look, man. I think in the future, right? I do think that. I don't know, right? I hope that with EWC and that being introduced, I hope that things can only go up from here. Right? Maybe next year, if Warzone gets, hopefully maybe they go like 2 mil, 1.5 mil announcement next year. That means that Saudi is now able to do a 1.5.
Bro, just let them have it.
Saudi, if Warzone raises their price pool, that means Saudi can also raise their price pool. Right? If Warzone does a $1.5 million tournament, that means that EWC can now be 1.5 million. Right? So I would hope that it just continues to go up. But Shifty, to kind of wrap up, Shanice wanted you to. She asked you, can you be more specific on what you mean Activision needs to show, or what was the word she said?
The attention.
Yeah.
I mean, it just feels like we're playing their game competitively, but they don't even see us as a competitive scene. There is no competitive scene. There is no league. There is no players don't know what we're waking up to go and play. Fuck, we didn't even know where we were gonna go play. You know what I mean? Like, we're just too out of the dark. I'm not saying you gotta like tell us everything, you know, but it shouldn't be a month out, man, when we're getting Vegas is getting announced. It shouldn't be, especially from last year. We had what was it, like April? We knew we were gonna be in London. Mm-hmm. People were able to get their flights. People
knew
and I think, like,
long time before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think in-game shit could help too. Like, a lot of my community would love to put an SSD thing on their gun. Something, anything. You know what I mean? There's no way for them to rep us in-game. I can go to CSGO and go buy every fucking player that is in the pro league. I can go get their stickers, or I can open up a pack that I can get a sticker and put them on my gun and play the game showing my support for the team. You know what I mean? I know Warzone's a little different because it's not league-based, so you're not going to have, like, the teams that are independent. You're not going to, maybe don't have them, but they got to really structure it. Just structure. Give us a structure. Let us do the rest. Let us prove if it's worth it or not.
Where I see the baby steps prior to going, a full league, right? Because I know a lot of players want that. They want the salary. They want the orgs coming in, all the benefits that come with it, right? There are a few easier baby steps that we could make en route. Obviously, we need players turning on the face cams, making content. Hector keeps pushing that. At the end of the day, Activision cares on their return on investment. When they're doing these tournaments, if they can see that there is larger viewership and more impressions, they will put more money into it. And that's why we had 100K every other week inside of Verdansk. Okay, big names are playing it. There's a lot of impressions. All right. That's what we need to do as a community. What can the developers do to support us? From the production standpoint, this game sucks for a viewer because of the massive delays between games. Okay, how do we fix that? We need to create a custom game system where we can input custom rule sets. So there's no worries about bans. There's no worry about resets, none of that shit. When the lobby ends, there's an automatically accumulating scoreboard that gives you the score for that lobby, and that lobby does not disband. So then we can immediately queue up into another game. Why don't we have the ability to ban players if someone leaks a lobby code, etc., and they can just continuously rejoin and rejoin and rejoin? From a retainability perspective, Warzone tournaments are horrid to watch because there's massive gaps in between these games, and we can't see a easy to find scoreboard that allows us to see where these players are tracking. And then obviously the ultimate goal is having COD tracker on it to where people like Repullze can see the entire map unfold, but I understand that's a larger production pipeline. But there's no way that a non-disbanding lobby, a scoreboard, and a custom game rule set is outside of the scope of possibility for a AAA studio in 2024.
You are cooking. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of the things that you specify. I will say, if you haven't seen lately, I want to glaze my team a little bit. When we've been running tournaments, Shifty, you prove. We be running them quickly now. Like we got the formula. We got the Krabby Patty secret formula. Chat.
It's not. Yeah.
We've been cooking when we throw our customs. I cannot speak for anything outside of the ones that I throw, the scrims. We be going fast as fuck.
That Pullze Check Pullze was insane. That 25K was one of the best tournaments I ever played.
Thank you, man. And we got
and
another
also,
one.
I will say, like, I hate face camming. right? I do. I genuinely do. But make it a fucking rule that we have to, and if you do not, you are out the tournament.
Wait, did you not
cannot
see?
play.
Did you not see?
No, I know that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Make it every Activision tournament. You have to run a face cam. It has to be. I'm not saying you need a fucking camera, bro, but like full face, or just because I get people. I play really close to my monitor, so it's actually really hard to get my whole face into it. But have a camera on. Like implement these rules, because I know like they want us to. Everyone wants to show their face. Well, you can't be mad when you say you don't have to, and people don't. If you say you have to, then they're problem solved. Everyone's showing their face. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. It's such an easy thing to do. We complain about face cams, but you're not telling us to throw face. If I don't have to run a face cam, I'm not. If you tell me I have to, I'm going to. And
I mean, bro,
you need to start punishing people for not doing it.
Fuzzing.
All Twitter. I like what you said. The whole alt Twitch account. That should have been gone. That should have been gone. The whole alt Twitches and bullshit like that. Like all the excuses I hear. I don't want my community. Like, bro, you're playing a $25,000 tournament. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
they would love to watch that. But you're gonna go live for $1,000 Switch? Like. Come on, bro. Like, implement these rules if you want players to do something, and make it mandatory.
I would hope. I would hope that going forward, right? Like, this can be shown to Activision. Hey, people will do it. And like, look, bro, a perfect example. Is Fuzzin, guys. Fuzzin, at World Series, he had the face cam and he flipped it up. The whole entire World Series Warzone, he didn't use it. Like, he made sure nobody could see his face. And he came into chat after reading my thing, after reading the announcement, and he said, hey, where do you recommend to go buy a face cam? And I'm like, W. That's somebody that he literally never wanted to use one. Like, never, ever. So now, in my opinion, I need to see what everybody looks like, so that way, not even just me, everybody in the community knows, okay, this is how this person looks like, this is how this person looks like, and then that establishes rapport, that establishes like, I like this guy, he's cool, right? I'm building a brand. It's just, it's got to be. And if he does flip it, Vaughn, he's going to get a 0, and they're going to get disqualified. You know?
I think you kick him out of the tournament. You kick him out of the tournament, you're gone. That's
the way, at least I would hope, that things can lead towards the future. And I feel like Shanice and the team are all for it, because they just want to see Warzone grow. And by players not having a face cam, all that shit, Warzone is never going to grow, right? Again, I'm going to wrap up, boys, is that I think there are certain steps that Warzone needs in order for it to be where we want it to be, in order to take it to the next step, in order to move the needle forward. But again, I do believe it does start with the players. It starts with the players doing everything that they can, where they are undeniable, to where Activision can no longer be like, hey, like, you guys don't care. The players need to do everything possible to make it easy for them to just be like, all right, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a league, right? Like, I'm telling you guys, we're cooking up something as well behind the scenes for a little proof of concept. You know, maybe I'm not calling it a league, but we're cooking up a ladder per se, right? For a proof of concept to see. And I'm going to be honest, I'm going to cook it up, and I'm going to invest money from our pocket, from my team's pocket, to do this. And I just pray. I pray and hope that these competitors show up and take it serious. Because if we're putting tens of $1,000s into something, and all the players got to do is show up on time and show up on dates, and anybody can join, I'm leaking a little bit too much, but there shouldn't be a point where I fear of doing this and investing so much into this, and then and I'm scared that people are not going to show up. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope we can get to the point.
Fix for that.
Tell me.
Just don't do big map.
Yeah, you could do.
People are gonna need to get left out to want to be on that train. To be honest.
I agree. I
do not think you do big map. I think it'll fail.
I think you are right. And I think this last year has shown, if we do little map, if we do Area 99, that's going to force, you have to be good, because there's not 15 good teams. Like 15 teams, you have to work really hard. You got to actually grind in order to qualify for a 15 team final, as opposed to a 40 team final. Shit, maybe even 50 team final next year if it goes back to 150 for Donsk, right? So anyways, I digress, but boys, great fucking pod. I mean, yeah. I will say I want to do more of these guys where we just like, I got on, I just wanted to yap, and somehow it turned into a 4-hour long yap session, which again, I could do this all day, man. I love this shit, right? As long as there's entertaining shit to talk about. As long as people want to see it, I love this shit, man, and boys. So I appreciate you guys hopping on and being on with us, man. So I think we're gonna do another one of these very, very soon, because we got qualifiers on Monday for the people that don't get invited. Right, there's 5 spots available for that. Then we have Tuesday, Warzone Total Frenzy. We have Wednesday, the wheel spin, which should be really fucking cool. And then Thursday, the actual finals of the tournament. Tomorrow, we actually are doing the 50K watch party for Swag's Land. So that one should be fun as well. But boys, any last minute thoughts before we head out?
No, sir.
All right, man.
Great year, bro.
All right, let's. We will have a podcast very soon. Ebatez, let's cook up how we're going to do this, but on how we move the needle forward, like a whole podcast strictly dedicated on what Warzone needs to move forward. Because we dabbled a little bit into it today, but I want to really, really talk about how do we move that shit forward, right? So again, boys, everybody at home, appreciate you guys rocking with us, man. We'll catch you guys in the next one, baby. Peace, 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 peace.